What up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Fly, Eagles, fly. 'Tis the season. Let's go.
That's my baby. That's my baby.
We're going at it at 110%.
I just want 5 minutes of happiness, please. Just give me 5 minutes.
And they scored. They did it.
Left.
What the hell was that?
Oh, yeah. What the fuck are you talking about?
Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Welcome in, everybody. This is A2D Wednesday nights, only on A2D Radio. Every Wednesday, we are brought to you by the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. We know many of us and our families deal with mental health and addiction issues. We are happy to support the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. If you need help, please call 856-651-8117. Ralph Delvecchio, Nate Moss, Greg Mwaka, Frank Vespi, Ryan Brotto. I'm Tom Arnaud and the family out there join us. Welcome in. A lot to talk about. Rays, Phillies. We'll give you live reactions throughout this game. Harper just hit a 2-run homer, so 3-3 game, top 6. And right before we came on, we talked about, the common theme here is we'll give up a run the next inning because we just don't know how to carry any momentum, period, this entire season. And then, boom, leadoff runner on already for the Rays. And the freaking old grumpy Philly fan walking behind me, all I heard him was cursing up a storm. Can't keep it late. Hey, we can't keep it fucking late. I don't understand it. It's every fucking game. And he's not right. He's wrong about a lot of things. Not wrong about that one. So completely agree with him there. Jalen Hurts was ranked worst NFL QB. I know one place, I think Bleacher Report had him 31st. So they threw him a bone per se. But a lot of people have had him ranked 30, 31, 32 in that area. You might get some people that have been generous to the guy, and you might see a 28 piece out of him. But outside of Philly and Quincy Avery, who's his QB coach, who was so nice enough to come out and give him a vote of confidence, and everybody ran with it and was literally on the slopes jerking each other off. And it's like, do you know who said that? That's his QB coach. Guy pays him to work him out. What do you think he's gonna say? Oh, he's not gonna be good. So everybody, we'll talk about it. We'll dissect it. We'll save the Hurt stuff. We'll get into it a lot. Eagles and NFC East preview is the main topic at hand tonight. So we'll break down the NFC East. We'll break down the Eagles. And it all ties into our poll question brought to you by BodyCheckWellness.com. And you can use promo code A2D. Get yourself 25% off at checkout. That's BodyCheckWellness.com. Promo code A2D. 25% off at checkout. They just up that. You know what I mean? So take care of it. They just called me, hey, we're going to up that 5%. I mean, people knowing, and they got a great product too. I think the clarity and focus every day. I live by it. So go check them out, bodycheckwellness.com. Promo code A2D, 25% off. Our poll question for tonight's show. The NFC East will have a runaway winner this season. Agree or disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. That's where we're live. Everywhere you get your podcasts, we're there as well. Hit the damn like button. Hit the subscribe. Fuck with an algorithm tonight. Join the conversation. You know how we roll. We read them all off. Is he out at second? Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Good tag, Fred. No, I think you can do well. Good tag, good shoot. So a runaway winner. I disagree. I disagree completely. This division isn't good enough to have anybody run away with anything. The only team you can even maybe put in the conversation is the Cowboys, and honestly, they're not good enough or secure enough in a lot of areas to say that they're a runaway winner of this division either, especially when your quarterback has a right shoulder issue that's been trending now since we played them to win the division 2 years ago. All right, that's been now a cause of concern if I'm a Dallas fan. That's what that's become. All right, so I don't look at them as a runaway winner. I don't look at the Washington football team, as a runaway winner. I don't look at Daniel Jones and New York Giants. Maybe their roster is a runaway winner, but not him, and he's part of their roster and a big part of it. So I don't, and I look at us, and I don't look at us as a runaway winner. So if you circle the block is taking out any homerism. There's no big bad wolf in the NFC East. There just is not. Could there always be one? Sure. We know how the NFL seasons tend to go at times, but going into this year, I don't know if people agree that there's a runaway winner. Good for everybody else, because I think you have I think you have 3 really good defenses in this division, and you have one offense that should be flat out explosive when you talk about the Cowboys. Okay, so all other 3 are better defensive teams than the Cowboys. Right? I'll rank the Cowboys the 4th defense until they prove me otherwise. And I love Parsons. I like what they've done, but their interior is an issue to me a little bit, and a little nerve-wracking if I'm a Cowboys fan. So I look at their offense and say, man, they give up 40 a game. No questions asked. But they might give up 45. So they're ranked 4th that way, but 1 the other way. So it's going to depend on which one of these other 3 want to have a really good offense. And I don't know about Washington's offense yet with Fitzpatrick. I gotta see that. Daniel Jones, I know. And the Eagles, I don't know, because I don't know what Jalen Hurts is yet as the guy going into a season. We all got to wait and see that. So I'm going to disagree. I don't think there's a runaway winner of this division. In years past, maybe so. But this division's maybe the most up for grab division in the National Football League. Your one team could easily finish 4th. Easily finish 4th. And that's hard to even debate. And I want people to debate it, because I would love to hear, especially from fans of other teams that I know are going to come in the chat and debate it, especially Cowboys fans, because they'll tell you that they're the best, and nobody's even close. And I just think for anybody saying about their team this year, you're sipping on some good shit. Pass it around. So I disagree with the poll. Family out there, let us know. We see a lot of you chiming in. So Derek, Jay, Jacob, Dales, Todd Schnitzer. He's negative. He's in my DMs 100 times a day. I think 4 and 13. So nothing's changed there with him and Benny and everybody else. This guy can't get himself out of the screen.
He sees a camera.
He's a camera. Doesn't know what to do.
Oh my God!
He sees a camera.
Doesn't know what to do with his hands.
Yeah, go ahead.
Come to get lower.
First time, long time.
Yeah.
It's like a camera he can't see himself in for some reason. But you can't hear anybody say hello. So how do you know? No, he said Greg didn't even wave at him.
He's probably like, who's that guy down there? It's a little tan. A little tan. He's a little tanner than the other guys. I used to see. Well, yes, Dad. That guy's a black guy, Dad.
Us Sicilians, we know.
Oh yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, I can dig it.
Jacob, we see you, King, everybody in Ziggy, Young Das. What's up, everybody? Eagles Uncensored. I disagree. So guys, go ahead, circle the board any way you want to. Let us know, agree or disagree that there's a runaway team in this division.
I'll go real quick, because a lot of the theme I was going to go with, kind of you mentioned, Tom, and that is like, I don't know if there's ever a for sure thing in the NFL. I don't know if there's ever a for sure thing in sports, right? Other than Daniel Jones sucks. That's like kind of a for sure thing. But you look at each team, right? And you have, okay, obviously there's a lot of question marks with the Eagles because of the new coaching staff. And obviously, it's a younger team. And then you lead with the quarterback. You have the Washington football team, and okay, their defense is really good. Ron Rivera is going to put the defense in really good positions to succeed. But then you have, okay, well, Fitzpatrick, is he going to turn the ball over 40 times throughout the season? Is he going to have a crazy September, and then is he going to get benched for, I guess, Heineke's their backup now? Then you look at the Giants again, like, they have a ton of weapons.
A lot of people in Washington are saying, and don't be surprised if he ends up being the starter real soon.
Heineke?
Yeah.
Well, I real quick, to that point, Tom, I hated, and I know he was like a folk hero, not only with the Dolphins, and people were arguing, oh, he's better than Tua, even though that's not really saying much, because I don't think Tua is very good. But we have to remember that this guy has been on so many different teams. He's like I hate bringing this guy's name up in Philly, but he's like a Nick Foles. He's like a really good backup but he's not a starter. So if you're gonna rely on him in a win now situation,
now we're trading for Nick Foles. Here
I didn't say. Hey, I didn't say that. Hey,
no, you just bring up the name and everything that comes with it.
It's fair. It's fair. If that happens, I apologize in advance. So you have all the moving pieces with them, and the Giants. You could say, okay, really good secondary. They have an improved defense. You have a ton of skill position weapons, but the main two question marks are A, when is Saquon going to be back, and how long is he going to be able to stay healthy? And B, is Daniel Jones going to be able to hang on to the ball long enough to actually use those weapons? And then you get to the fourth team, and that was like, okay, the Cowboys, they have an improved defense, even though I do completely agree with you, Tom, that their defensive front is nowhere near as good as the other three teams in this division. And their secondary is not as good as the other three teams in this division. But then you have this Dak Prescott thing. And it's like, okay, he's obviously coming off the crazy injury last year, but you have an injury that not only beat writers out of Dallas are saying, but everybody's saying that he's going to be dealing with it all year. It's going to be something he's probably going to have to get surgery to fully move on from after this season. So you have the question of, okay, A, is he going to be able to make it through the entire year? And B, if he does, is he going to be able to play anywhere close to his peak potential? I doubt it. Like, I'm no doctor, nobody is, but just hearing that, it's lingering and he hasn't been seen throwing, a pass over 10, 15 yards the last handful of weeks. It's not great. That's not great. So I know we have limited expectations for the Eagles, and we really have lower expectations for the Giants and possibly Washington. And we just thought, the Cowboys could score a ton of points because of their skill position players, but there's no for sure thing. There's not. So for someone saying, they're going to, a team's going to go win 13, 14 games, run away and hide, I just don't see that being plausible. I don't. So I completely disagree with the poll. I think it's going to be very, very close. I think it's going to be a bunched up type of division. I don't see the winning record being 6-7 games. I see it being more 9-10, but I think all four teams are going to be in the mix. I really, truly do.
Yeah, especially early, and we'll see what injuries. I mean, injuries could take any of these teams and take them packing real soon, real quick. Mm-hmm. So, yep.
No, so I also disagree to the poll. I don't. There's not an overwhelming, as you both said, there's not an overwhelming amount of talent on any one given team that allows for a runaway winner. Every team in the division has question marks. Some more than others, some talent related, some injury related, some coaching related, right? So, no, I completely disagree to the poll as well.
Nate?
I'm listening to everybody talking. I'm trying to get a sense here, and I feel like it's like a betting thing, right? Like when you think that one thing's going to happen, it goes the opposite. So I feel like everybody's going to agree or disagree with the poll. I think I'm going to agree with the poll. I'm trying to think what team would it be though, and I haven't really digested the schedule. But on paper, we all know that Dallas is supposed to be the best team on paper. So, and I think last I saw, was it Colin Cowherd came out and he had the Eagles 3-14. I think it was like the worst record in the league. Mm-hmm. With this dude, man. But he's smart, right? He loves like clickbait, right? You talk about the Eagles, you get people talking. This is always what it is. So, I actually agree to the poll. I think there might be a runaway winner. So what's a runaway winner? Somebody who has four more wins than the next guy?
Yeah, I would think something like that.
Or is that about four? Right? Yeah, about 4 more wins. Mm-hmm. Money says it's going to be Dallas, unfortunately. So I agree to the poll. I think we will see somebody run away because I think these teams, all of them are very, like you said, there's so many question marks, especially so many question marks at the quarterback. Can Daniel Jones take another step, or is he going to be the same Daniel Jones that we see? Is Barkley going to be back healthy and can stay healthy all year? What is Washington? We know their defense is stout and maybe a top 5 defense, but we already see the questions with Fitzmagic. He can look hot, he can look great, and he can look like garbage, a career backup the way he is. Or, is Hurts what we think he is, or is he hoping what we think he is? And then you have Dallas, right? So I think if you look at the division, all three of everybody outside of Dallas has a lot more question marks than Dallas does. The biggest question mark is, can Dak is he going to be back healthy? Can he throw the ball? Is that shoulder issue even a thing? Because nobody's talking about the ankle, right? It's all on the shoulder now. Mm-hmm. So is his shoulder going to be healthy for them? You know, we're hearing good things about Zeke. Zeke's lean. He's ready. He looks hungry. Offensive line is back. They did some things on defense. So in actuality, I think if you look at the division, all the three under Dallas have quarterback questions. Like, is their quarterback even good enough? Mm-hmm. We know Dak is good enough, right? But is the other quarterbacks, are they even good enough to stay pace in this division? And I don't think
Dak's good enough. We think I want to stop us there for 1 second. Go ahead. I think is the right term for Dak. We think Dak's good enough. We do, but we also seen a lot of these numbers come from behind. You're down a lot in football games, so we've seen a little bit of that too. We've also seen them. I mean, what have they won? You know, with Dak so far.
But Dak took him to the playoffs, right? Dak took him to the playoffs a couple of times. He's got some wins under his belt. Now, does he have a lot of help on that team? Absolutely. That offensive line in that day was tremendous. Zeke was the best running back in the league. So what do you know? That's amazing for a rookie quarterback, right? Good run game, good offensive line. You know, you can move things. But I think that if you look at this division, there's more questions and more serious questions at the quarterback than it is with Dallas. So I actually agree with the poll. I think Dallas runs away with it, unfortunately.
I agree to that. Yeah, catch the ball, Greg. I don't know why you ducked. I agree with that side of it. In terms of the best quarterback in the division, I don't think it's up for debate right now. Can that change? Sure. But right now, it's not up for debate. Yeah, it's not up, and they do have the best quarterback. But
and that's how you look at football. It's your quarterback. You'll go as far as your quarterback can take you. So you got to go with the better quarterback in the league.
Yep. Ralphie?
I might disagree to the poll as well. I mean, 2 years ago, Eagles won the division with 9 wins. Last year, Washington wins it with 7, and now here we are again. And there's a lot of question marks for every single team in this division. And outside of the division, I don't think we scare any of the 4 teams scare anybody else. So I think there's a good chance that yet again a team in this division might win it with 9 wins this year and gets them into the playoffs, because I just think this division is just outright very, very bad. Very bad, and I just don't think a team in this division is going to win more than 10 games at all out of the 4 of them.
Yep, I'm right with you. I don't think it's a runaway.
I'm about to look it up right now. Who are the win totals for Dallas and all the NFC East? I'm sorry, Frank. Go ahead.
You're fine. I also disagree to the poll, and Tom said it earlier. The division is still up for grabs. I mean, yeah, some of the teams on the NFC East definitely did get better this offseason, but they're not better enough to the likes of all the other teams in the NFL. I mean, I just don't see a runaway here. I mean, I think that second half of the season, that's going to determine who's going to win this division. And when it comes to these divisional series, I would not be surprised if everybody finishes 3-3 in the division. But we'll see what happens. I don't see a runaway so far, but compared to the other divisions, the 2 divisions that I think are clear runaways. You look at the NFC South, that's going to be Tampa's division. And I look at the AFC West, which is probably going to be the Chiefs division. So, we're not there yet. I don't think any of the teams are there yet to be a runaway team in a division. But I'm going to stick to my gut and say disagree.
And just to jump in here, so Dallas right now. So this is from FanDuel Sportsbook for my bettors out there. Dallas right now, regular season wins over and under is 9.5.
Yep.
We have the Giants at over and under 7 games. We have the Eagles at 6.5 over and under, and we have Washington at 8.5. Right now, out of all those odds, the Eagles have the highest odds to be over 6.5 games at minus 150. Next is the Giants at over 7 games at minus 130. And then we have Washington at over 8.5 at minus 115. And you're getting actually plus money on the Cowboys to have a 10-win season at plus 115 for my bettors. For my bettors.
I mean, that kind of tells you right there itself it's going to be a close race in the division. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, from top to bottom, you went from 6.5 to 9.5. That's only a 3-game span, you know, from the top to the bottom. So, I mean, if you just go by those numbers alone, it lends to the disagree in the poll question in the sense of it's going to be a tighter division.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's my thought on it. Like when you were just going to say over unders in my head, I thought about Dallas and I was like, okay, it's probably between 9 and 10. I don't see him, and I was thinking, okay, they probably got him at 9.5, and that's where I have him at. And you know, them other teams, they're right around where they should be, us included. You know, on paper, not knowing and coming into it. So 6.5, 7 and 8? We're Giants. 7.
Giants were, I believe, they were 7.
7. What was Washington? 8.
Washington was 8.5.
8.5. That's right. Okay, so they're telling you a game between those two teams. I don't know. I don't like Washington as much as other people.
It's the defense, and they have a legit run game. Like, is it Gibson? No, is it run? Is it Gibson? Yeah. Like he's, you know, I mean, he showed that he could be a runner. And they'll need that. And it's a defense, though. That defense is ridiculous. The defense is going to be stout.
Well, that's the only thing they got going over there in Washington, though, is that defense. Yeah. That's the only thing.
Yeah, but that's what – I mean, but think about it, though, Ralph. What do you win in the playoffs? Good run game and defense.
But you got to make the playoffs first.
For sure. But they have the formula for it.
If you look at every team in the NFC East, everybody has question marks. Everybody. Mm-hmm. Okay, look at the Cowboys, right? Tyron Smith hasn't played a full season. Their All-Pro Hall of Fame left tackle hasn't played a full season since 2016. And we saw once he goes down, that offensive line is in shambles. Okay, done. Their quarterback's already hurt. Okay, came and moved his arm. And then obviously you have the Eagles and Washington and the Giants and everything like that. I just don't think this division what happened?
I think he's paralyzed. Can't move.
Oh, Jesus.
Possibly paralyzed.
But I'm just saying, out of this, if you're a team that's playing against the NFC East one week, I don't think you're scared against any of us. Like, I don't think you come into the link, you know, and you're scared to play us just because of how bad this team is right now. That's just my opinion.
Just better hope you have your clear plastic bag.
And I'm looking at Washington's schedule here. So just real quick, just to kind of get a sense, because I didn't know. So they play the Chargers. They play at Buffalo. They play the Chiefs. They play at Green Bay.
And this is Dallas, right?
No, this is Washington.
Oh, yeah, that's 0-4.
Yeah, so the Bucks. Now, I'm not going in any order here. I'm
we're all playing the same
playoff teams.
Yeah, we're all playing the same teams, but the difference is
that's a heavy start, though, Tommy.
No, but my point, I agree with you, is we're playing these same teams at home when they're playing them away.
Yeah.
So they're going to play the first place teams away next year compared to the other way around. You know what I mean? So they're going to have their tougher games on the road. What were they, away in Kansas City too?
No, so just, you know, they're home for the Chargers. So that's week 1. So they might get that with West Coast going east. They might get that, but they're at Buffalo. That should be a tough game. And then they have the Saints and the Chiefs. We know what Jameis looks like with those new eyes, right? He can see. But they got a tough slate right here. The Chiefs at Green Bay and then at Denver. You know what I mean?
Now Green Bay's in Philly this year, correct? Or do we got to go there again?
Teddy Two Gloves.
Tell you in a second.
Does anybody know off the top of their head?
I think that we're.
I know Tampa's here. Right, because I know that.
I know Tampa's here. Let me take.
But I totally agree with what you're saying, Tommy. Where we're all going to have to play these games again. But that start for Washington, that's brutal. That's brutal against those teams.
The game against Green Bay,
very tough.
Is
shit. I think it's away. It is late in the season.
Ask Siri or somebody. Google or something.
I don't even see Green Bay on here.
we don't.
I was going to say, I don't know.
We don't have Green Bay.
That's why I was keeping my mouth shut because I'm like, are we playing Green Bay?
Yeah,
we don't have Green Bay
Because we played Green Bay the last 2 seasons.
No, we're playing the NFC South.
Yeah,
So-
we're playing
Yeah,
South.
so we don't touch
Oh,
Green Bay.
the
play
North
San
team we're
Fran.
facing is Detroit. That's who we're facing.
Yeah.
So we play San Fran here. We have the Chiefs here. We have Tampa here. We're in way the Raiders. You know, black hole's always tough. We're at Denver. And yeah, that's it.
Good night, bud.
Night, buddy.
It's a good hug.
Yeah, you know, man, when I'm in football mode, it doesn't matter. Dad just cuts off. He can hug me. I didn't give him a hug back. It was ridiculous, right? Like, it was serious. I didn't even give my son like a pat in the back. Like, it wasn't even. I was focused.
The one thing I was going to ask you, Nate, because I agree that there's a lot on Washington's team that I like, and like you said, it's definitely starting and pretty much ending with that defense. But as good as that defense can be, and you've we talked about it numerous times before. I think we were arguing about it last week. I think all of the good things you have on that defense could easily be canceled out if Fitzpatrick does Fitzpatrick things.
Mm-hmm.
I always compare it to Tampa Bay before they got Brady when they had Jameis Winston. And yeah, Jameis Winston, he threw for 30 touchdowns. That's awesome. But he also left the defense on their own side of the field in very, very short field position, and he left them on the field for a lot longer than they should have been. And we all know how talented that Buccaneers defense was because it was pretty much inherited when Brady got there. It pretty much just got flipped over with a couple, rookies on top of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like they ultimately signed a whole new defensive front, a whole new linebacking core and secondary. It's pretty much the same team that they've had. It's just, okay, they have a quarterback that's going to take some pressure off of him, not make a ton of mistakes, and that's the formula you have. So it's like, okay, Fitzpatrick, that he's going to have games where he goes unconscious. Like the September of Fitzpatrick is really good.
I was about to say he always starts off hot.
Yeah, exactly. So
starts off hot.
To play devil's advocate with the division, like when you look at just those handful of games to start the season on paper, it's like, well, that should cancel out Fitzpatrick. Fitz magic, Fitz mania, whatever the hell people call it now.
Yeah.
But it's also like, okay, if they just had somebody you could just pick any run-of-the-mill game manager, okay? Like, I think Andy Dalton sucks, but Andy Dalton makes fewer mistakes than Fitzpatrick does. He doesn't have the ceiling that Fitzpatrick does, to where he's going to have 5 touchdown games out of nowhere.
We're talking about Fitzpatrick's ceiling.
you know what I mean? But that's mostly because it's mostly because Andy Dalton just flat out sucks too.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm saying? Like I worried, not as a Washington football team fan, like it's a good worry as an Eagles fan to hopefully watch that team squirm. But it's like, okay, they can have all the talent in the world, but if they're constantly on the short side of the field due to the mistakes of Fitzpatrick, and that offensive line's not immaculate, you know what I'm saying? Like there's still question marks there. They have a good run game. I love McLaurin, and I know they got Curtis Samuel, but that they can't even come close to what Dallas has as far as weapons. That could cancel some things out.
Because they got Thomas there, and I think it's their tight end who's coming up.
Logan.
And it's not like Fitz hasn't been on bad teams, right? He's been on very bad teams, especially with the Jets before, and they found ways to get a win. I'm not saying that I'm a believer in Fitz or anything like that, but Fitz has an uncanny ability to get guys to follow him, which makes him a legit quarterback. They're always with him. He's going to put it on the line. He has that it factor that guys want to follow him and okay with him leading. Now he's an average quarterback. Yeah, he's an average quarterback. I wouldn't even call him above average. He's an average quarterback. Mm-hmm. He is a veteran starter who can win you some games. Does he have enough talent to get over? Yeah, exactly. And they have a hell of a coach. He have a hell of a coach.
Who does not manage because of too many exceptions, and that's why he's been a journeyman.
Yeah, he's a hell of a coach, man. Rivers, I love Riverboat Ron, man. Hell of a coach. And I think it matches well, right, with Fitz because, you know, he's got that gunslinger type, you know, feel to him too. So, I mean, I'm looking at the division, you know, and I'd say, you know, we have some tough games too. I'm about to look at Dallas to see what they have. But, you know, some of those lines, man, that under for Washington is really interesting. Under 8.5 games because I don't see how they pull out 8. I really don't. I'm not even sure they get to 7. That's a tough ass schedule. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a first place schedule. I mean, now you got
like it's ridiculous.
Did they really get better? I don't know if they got better. You know, I don't know. Maybe a little, like we said. I mean, is he better than Haskins? Sure. So they got better. They got better there. I don't know how much better they are.
Tom, going back to what you said when you were answering the poll, you mentioned something interesting, and that was, I believe you were talking about Dallas, to where when you look at position groups, you can say that they're the best in certain position groups. Like you could say linebacker, for example. I was looking through this earlier, just seeing, okay, where the teams fall in. Okay, say for example, the Eagles, maybe they have the best tight end group. Obviously on paper, the Cowboys have the best quarterback right now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you can only say the Washington football team has one, like they're number one in one position group in the division. And that's the line. That's defensive line. I don't think they rank number one in any other position group in the division. And argument's sake, could say maybe they don't even rank one yet just because the Eagles were number one in sacks last year. Their defensive line.
You could definitely make an argument. You're right. You're right, though. You could definitely make an argument that the Eagles have just as, if not equally, a better or equal defensive line. I think
not as flashy, Greg.
I was just going to go there. They might be more explosive in the name and flashed exactly, Tom. But I think when you compare comparisons, I think you're right. I mean, that's probably the edge I would give them. But you can make the argument that they're not even one on the defensive line.
And how about this? I mean, they're one. Don't get me wrong. They're one. I'll give them one. I'll give them that. But a lot of first round picks. I mean, that's why it's flashy too.
The whole line is first round picks is ridiculous.
Crazy. So, I would make a case that we're deeper than them up front.
Mm-hmm.
Not that you want to get into being deeper with somebody up there, but I think we can get to the quarterback just as well as they can. I got to look at it. We were a real good run-stopping team for a while. Last year we were atrocious. Yeah. So we'll see where that changes. But that's the difference maker up front because I think both teams can really get after the quarterback. It's which one can stop the run, which one's going to be able to stop the run better. And I think both are probably going to do a pretty good job of it.
Now, just go ahead.
No,
Nate.
go ahead. No, because I got something long, so go ahead.
Okay. Just to poll the room and the chat, like for example, like running back group, because like it's not even worth talking about the quarterbacks. We know who's 1, 2, 3, 4. Like we've done that. Who would you say? Which team do you think ranks number one as far as running back core in this division?
Cowboys one for me.
Yeah,
for sure.
Dallas.
Yeah. I mean,
you got to go with Z.
Yeah.
You got to go with Z.
I mean, Power's pretty good.
Yeah, he is. He is. He's a solid number 2.
Tom, he's a starting running back. That guy's a starting running back on a team.
He's just getting older.
Sure.
Taking a lot of hits.
He has. Yeah.
I mean, if Saquon's healthy, it could be the Giants, but again, we gotta see that out. It's not us, so we can.
No, we'll be 3. We're 3. We're 3. 3 or 4, depending on how Miles wakes up. You know what I mean?
I think
Gibson's pretty good, so I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It depends on if Miles wants to have a good day or not.
Right.
Flip flop.
And also, it depends on how many times Miles gets the ball. So
I agree, Mike.
I'm putting us last, man. Gibson showed he's a bell cow.
I like
for
Gibson.
Sure.
I like Gibson. Yeah,
I like Gibson, man.
I guess the argument is if you say, for example, because you guys mentioned Pollard and Zeke, I don't necessarily I know it was Freeman. I don't think they still have Freeman though on the Giants, so I'm not sure who their backup
I think he's
is.
Still there. I think he's still there.
Freeman? I think they cut him.
Did they cut him? I thought he was still there.
Or was it Alfred Morris? They cut Morris.
Wayne Gallman. Okay.
And I like Wayne Gallman as a backup.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
It's Saquon, Devontae Booker, and Corey Clement.
Oh,
for the
wow.
Giants.
Way off.
Wow.
Jesus. And then obviously
Super Bowl.
the
Yeah, right.
Washington football team
But he's from South Jersey.
he stinks.
He's home.
But he's a home kid.
Yeah, he'll have 8 catches versus us. Watch.
He's from South Jersey. He's got cool colored hair.
He'll have 8 for 120 out of the backfield versus 2
Yeah.
touchdowns.
Tom, you watch though.
He'll be the Super Bowl MVP.
He'll have 8 for 120, but Boston Scott will have 15 for 200 just because Boston Scott does that against the Giants.
Yeah.
It'll be the weirdest game ever. It'll be like, oh my God, these
God, the
two
Rays are
guys.
so
It is
good.
crazy. He is a giant killer, yo.
I know.
He really is.
Yep.
He is a fucking giant killer.
It's the only reason he's making the roster.
And I believe that the backup for Washington is Jeremy McKissick. So it's like, okay.
Yeah, JD. Yep, and then
So-
Peyton Barber after him.
So it's like, who's better? Is it Miles and Jordan Howard or Gibson and McKissick?
I'm still going Gibson. I'm still going Gibson until Miles proves me wrong. Gotta go Gibson.
I'm gonna go
he has
Miles
the
and
ability.
I'm gonna go
He
Miles
has
and
the
Howard
ability.
because when Miles and Howard were together, they were a good
Very good.
compliment. They were very complimentary to each other. So
When
I'm
were
gonna
they
go on a
together?
whim. Not that it's a big whim here. I'm gonna go on a whim and say they're 3 instead of 4.
When were they together? When was Howard and Sanders together?
Yeah, first half of 2019.
Yeah, 2019.
And what did Howard get hurt?
Yep.
Yeah, the nerve damage.
Oh my God! Yeah, the nerve damage in his shoulder.
Every week he was weak. He was day to day.
Game day to day to game time decision. We didn't see him for 10 weeks.
Stinger.
Yeah, it was that long. Yeah,
Stinger.
I remember
classified
that.
as a stinger. Then it went to the nerve damage. Yeah.
Favorite singer.
Real quick here, I wanted to run through the wins and losses here.
Of course, he couldn't get a 2
For the
ball out of there.
Cowboys.
Jesus.
Go
So
ahead,
I just want you to give me a win or loss. Just round table. Everybody go at once. Just win and loss. I just want to see what you guys think. So week 1 at Tampa.
Loss.
Who's just for?
Who's this for?
Dallas. This
Dallas.
is Dallas.
Dallas.
Loss.
This is Dallas.
Loss.
It's a loss.
Oh yeah, ring night. Oh my God, yeah, that's a loss.
At
Win.
Chargers.
They beat Tampa. They beat Tampa because it'll be a blow fast. Watch. Then everybody talk
Honeymoon.
about how they're going to the Super Bowl.
Honeymoon tour, Tom.
Not how you start, how you finish.
Fair.
Brady's had a slow
Week
start.
2 at the Chargers.
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna go win.
I'm going loss. Chargers are pretty damn good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Home-
loss.
Home for
Are
the
they?
Eagles.
Because I mean, we've been saying that for about 3
That
years
was
now with
Phillip
that.
Rivers. Justin Herbert can flat out play.
He can.
This
He
isn't
can.
Phillip
But
Rivers.
can they
Herbert
stay
down the
healthy on
sophomore
the
slump.
defensive side of the ball, though?
Right.
If Derwin James is healthy, they're going to be good.
Yeah.
Is he though? Because it seems like we've been saying that for the past 4 years since
Ralphie?
he's been in the league.
Ralphie,
He's been in the league 2 years.
Same thing.
But he's been hurt. You're right. To your
Yeah.
point, he's hurt.
Ralphie,
He's hurt.
Oh,
where
my
it
God, Reese. Are
longer
you
than
kidding
2
me?
Reese, just retire today. It's fine.
Reese, go to the dugout. Just go.
What happened?
Oh,
Is it 5-3?
No, it's
No,
4-3.
Week 3 against the Eagles. Home.
Win.
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 That is a win in Jerry World.
And then Carolina at home.
Win.
Win. Win.
Win.
At home against the Giants.
Win.
Win.
Jeez, they got 3 straight home games.
Yep, 3 straight home games. At New England.
Jesus.
New England.
Win.
At New England.
It's a loss.
I'll go loss.
I got him 2-2 after 4.
I got a loss.
All right. Okay. So we got so far, I'm just going with the consensus. We got 2 losses so far.
Mhm.
At the Vikings, at Minnesota.
Win.
Win. Win.
Win.
Home for Denver.
Win.
Win.
Wow, it's 6 in a row.
Home for Atlanta.
Loss.
Loss. Yeah, I gotta find a freaking L in there.
Yeah, I gotta find a loss. I gotta find a loss.
We're in week 10, fellas.
No,
What
this
are we
is good.
doing here?
Tom,
We're
this
in
is
week
good.
10.
Remember the last time somebody said we got to find a loss? That was Sam Bradford 2015. This is good. This is good for Dallas.
Yeah,
They're
get
doomed.
All right. At KC.
Oh,
lost.
that's a
Oh,
loss.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Home for the Raiders.
Win.
I'm gonna go loss on that.
I'm going win.
At the Saints.
At the Saints.
Is that place still like the same without Drew Brees though for home field though?
That's a win.
In reality, I mean,
that's a win.
No, but it's hard to not be better than Drew Brees last year. So I'm saying loss.
I'm saying loss also.
All right, we'll give you the
push
loss.
the ball down the field at all. I mean, he couldn't throw over 8 yards. That's why every time.
I think we're at 4 losses right now. We're on week 13. So at Washington.
Loss. Heineke will be playing by then.
at New York.
I got the Giants winning this one.
I don't because Daniel Jones sucked.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but okay. And then Washington at home against Washington.
Win.
Home against the Cardinals.
Loss.
And then at Philly to round it off.
I'm going to go with a loss on this one.
So I think I got
that might be one of the Eagles' few wins.
So I got 11-5 right there.
Yeah, I had 7 losses.
I had 6 losses, so I got 6.
It was 6 losses. Did I miss one?
That's what I have. Everybody might have.
I did mine. I got 9.
I have 7 losses, so I have them at 10-7.
10-7.
Yeah.
Yep.
11-6, 10-7. Give a break or two.
I'm
not sure about that Atlanta game. Y'all said that Atlanta game. I'm not sure about that one.
That's I had 10-7 and I gave them that 11 that Atlanta
it's so
loss.
hard to do. It's the problem. It's so hard to do.
Yeah, for sure.
I know because the longer you go, it's like that Atlanta game. It's like, are they actually going to be good? You know, is Matt Ryan even going to be?
And plus, we don't know what's going to happen over the course of the season. You know, God forbid any injuries or.
I agree, but the reason why I did it is because I'm looking at these schedules. Like the one thing we do, especially at Money Pot, when we make these future bets, you have to look at the schedule, right? You have to look at how many playoff teams were on this schedule. And when you look at this schedule, there was only 3 playoff teams out of the slate. It was the Cardinals, it was the Chiefs, and it was Tampa.
Yeah, but I'm gonna hit you with something else. How many years did the non-playoff teams make the playoffs the next year?
Let me drink on that and think on it for a second.
Because I just feel like it's a lot. Like I just feel like it's higher than any other sport, and I could be totally wrong with that assessment. Like, not saying your good teams don't make it every year, not saying that, but like I feel like the other half is always a mixed bag. Always a mixed bag. He picked that? Oh, he did throw it away. Okay.
What's the score of the game? I'm not even.
4-3 Tampa.
4-3 Tampa.
So I mean, you know, that's my thing on it. So that's why the schedules are so hard to do. Because you just don't know who's going to be better than the year before, or who's going to have some lightning in a bottle the first 8 weeks, because you're going to have a team or the first 9 weeks of the season. You know, usually when it's 16 games, you have a team the first 8 games of the season in the NFL that'll be scorching hot, 7-1, sprawling.
Well, in this exercise, I'm 6-2 with the Cowboys. They rattled off 6 in a row before I'm like, yeah, maybe I should find a L in there somewhere.
You're looking for an L. Yeah, you're looking, and that's the problem, is that you're looking for an L, right? So, but here's another thing for my bettors, because I see we got a lot of people on here, man. Make sure you hit that like and that notification button, man. We got to get these likes, and like Tom said in the beginning, fuck up the algorithm. That should be a hashtag. Somebody hashtag that. Fuck up the algorithm, man.
Put that shit on a t-shirt, and you're like, I'm gonna put that in like Cass's room. He goes, fuck with an algorithm one time.
Fuck with an algorithm. But here's a bet that we gave on Sunday for Money Pop Podcast, and I'll give it all.
Before you say that, $9.99 a month gets you A2D membership. Yeah. And become an A2D member, you can get Money Pot picks from Nate Moss. You can get Willie Vegas's daily fantasy. So hop on in. Plus, you get a ton of other free shit we're doing. The jersey giveaway. As soon as I get back up to Jersey, the jersey giveaways come back into effect. Just being away, it's hard to ship. Hard to ship when you're not there. And as much as I would love to put that on Greg, the dogs are enough. So we'll let the jerseys rest till I get back. But you get that 20% off A2D gear and 20% off all the hats in all campus as well. So soak it in, become an A2D member. We'll drop the link in there. It should be pinned to the comments. If not, we'll drop it in. and become a member. Sorry, Nate. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. And then we're gonna add to that too, because Money Pot is coming out with new gear, right? That's supporting the new deal that we did with A2D Radio, and it's gonna be black and gold. It's gonna be great, and we're gonna share that. We should be getting that in those shirts in this week, so we'll add that to that 20% off for Money Pot gear as well. But also the bet that we gave out on Sunday, and make sure y'all do follow those picks because I swept Sunday. And if you didn't see me sweeping, check out the video. Was the division winners. We had a 2-team parlay. We took Buffalo and KC with plus money at 1+24. That's Buffalo and KC to both win the division. Easy money. It's like writing an easy. The book is writing you a check right now because they know it's already in the bag. I'm surprised Buffalo's so low at minus. They're minus 150 to win a division. Like, it's ridiculous.
It is a weird number. I feel like, what's New England in that division?
Give me a sec. They were.
Now, are you going off of DraftKings? Or?
Yeah, I'm going off DraftKings.
All right,
no,
they're at 350.
I'm going
okay,
off
I have DraftKings, and I got 350 for New England.
I got 360. Plus, so in that division right now, it's Buffalo at minus 150. It's the Dolphins at plus 330. The New England at plus 360, and then obviously the Jets hanging up the rear at 16-1 at plus 1600.
Jets are dealing with a lot of injuries up front, which sucks for them because I thought they could be a much improved team. I still think they can be improved. I don't think they're going to be where they want to be yet, but definitely improved. I don't think they're a cakewalk like they were in years past. I think I think Wilson can flat out spin it. I just do. It's just the ball comes out that hand quick, and when balls come out your hands quick, I think there's a chance. That you could have a good career, right, in the NFL, especially as a quarterback and a smaller guy. So I like them, but not to like win a division, but better, right? Fucking double play. Fuck us in the ass. I mean, this is.
He hit it right on the screws, right at some guy too. It's like,
I see you, Donovan. I got you. We'll do the Eagles schedule.
But New England's like big time improved. I think we all can agree there.
Mm-hmm.
They're big time improved. Miami's the same. So I don't want to run around with the word "improve" for Miami. I think they're good. I think they're solid. But can Tua play? I don't know. I think he can't. So
well, that's the issue too, Tom. It's like, okay, their roster you could argue is better, but their division is way better also because, like, to your point. I think a lot of people, and I'm not a Mac Jones and or Cam Newton guy, so like we don't. Oh, there you go, Reese. Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Reese.
Oh, hey, Reese.
What are you, the homer?
Yeah, tie game.
Fucking on this fucking delay. On the
I
delay.
was about to say, y'all were talking a lot of shit about Reese. Go sit down and look at him.
Yeah, he redeemed himself. He
Sorry. He dropped a pop-up, though, Nate.
Yeah,
he dropped a pop-up.
I'm not watching the game.
Yeah, Nate, we catch fly balls at this level.
Yeah.
We're going to catch fly balls
you, brother.
at this level.
I can catch a fly
Bad
ball.
bounces. Fly balls don't take bad bounces.
My bad, Tom. I didn't realize you were on delay.
No, please. If it's good news, I saw Greg's reaction to Bryce, so I knew that was an out because Daddy got upset. Couldn't come quick enough to tell us how he hit it on the screws too. I mean, it's so fast that it.
Yeah.
I heard the contact through the mute, so I knew it was good.
But to your point, Tom, like the Patriots, they were rolling before Cam got COVID last year. Like, remember before the year, and I think it was like beginning of September, entering October, they were rolling. They looked really good, and then they just hit a wall.
Their defense is got guys back that didn't play last year, plus the additions they brought in. I think they're a dark horse to creep on somebody winning a division. I know Buffalo's the darling, and they should be, right? Because I really like Buffalo's defense. I like Josh Allen, right? But watch out for New England in that division. That's all. I think Washington. I think Miami. If Tua stinks, they might stink. There's a chance that they win 2 games, maybe 4. There's a chance they win 4 games, and their pick comes to us, and we got a top 5 pick next year. Just you heard it here.
Well, I completely agree with you, Tom. And like Nate, at some point tonight, if you could find or somebody could find just the odds for the Patriots just to make the playoffs, whether that's wild card or division, because like that's something like I'm not a bettor, obviously, but that's something personally I feel like is as close to a lock as possible, given obviously they stay healthy, because you have that additional playoff spot. And again, like there's some good teams in the AFC, but that's a team that a lot of people weren't really talking about just because, it's Cam Newton, Mac Jones, and Tom Brady isn't there anymore.
Plus 126 for them to make the playoffs.
Okay.
So a little bit over. You got some nice EV there. But the question is, I understand that Mac Jones fits probably what Belichick does, but he's still a rookie. Still a rookie quarterback, man. And it's hard to win as a rookie quarterback and to have that type of success. And your team is not overly good. Like Tom was the anomaly. You know what I mean? You can't compare anybody to Tom because he's the GOAT. So you don't think that's not going to happen again. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? I think Tom, that number is weird. You would think that the Buffalo should be a lot more higher in terms of the odds, at least 2.5 to maybe even 3-1 to win the division. So I think that does cause for some concern. But I mean, we already know winning in Buffalo is tough to win in Buffalo. And none of these teams in this division don't have the roster like, I mean, Buffalo, like a lot of people are betting Buffalo to win the AFC and the Super Bowl. Like, their odds are not, they're the third, or they're tied with Green Bay with the third highest odds to win the Super Bowl at plus 1,200 at 12-1. You got KC at 5-1. You got Tampa at 6-1, and then you got Buffalo and Green Bay having the same odds. So, Buffalo's going to be a top team, and there's no reason why. I mean, what's his? Damn, how did I fucking forget his name? Josh Allen, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know why he's lost.
I think if Rodgers is healthy, they're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, but Josh Allen's he's a dark horse for the MVP.
No, as he should be,
He should be. Right.
I just think Rodgers, just talking about the whole NFC for a second, just back to the NFC. I think if Rodgers stays healthy for 17, they're going to the Super Bowl. I just think he's going to be on such a chip on his shoulder, and that's a bad man. And he's been right there on the doorstep. That football team, they're right there. He's got to get over that. They got to get over that NFC title game hump. And I think this is a year that the Packers get over that NFC title game hump, which then puts them in a horrible situation, right? Because now it's like, well, what do? Do you bring the guy? Do you sign Rodgers, or you let Jordan Love play? Right? So you're in like the worst situation. That's what Rodgers would do to them. He would shove it right up their fucking ass. Yeah. Say, okay, watch this. We're gonna go win it all, or at least go there. And that's gonna
it would be.
They gotta get home field. They gotta get home field for them to win it all.
Yes.
Last year too.
It's gotta be Green Bay.
They had it last year. Tampa went in there and beat them.
Yeah.
Tampa went there and beat them there.
Yeah,
the year before, San Fran went there and beat them there.
It's
they might want to travel. They might want to travel this year.
Switch it up. His
His
record at home is ridiculous, though. Rodgers' record, especially in the playoffs, is just it's uncanny. It's not even fair. You know what I'm saying? It's like Tom with 6
title games, obviously.
Tom, it would be typical. It would be perfect Aaron Rodgers in the and I'm not saying this. The players Instagram storied this out a couple weeks ago. To go into the season, it truly be the last dance with him and Devontae. They win the friggin' Super Bowl, and then the next day after the parade, goodbye. I'm gonna go down to Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's perfect. Like, see this? You could add 3 more of these, but nope, I'm gonna go down to Miami.
Yeah. Not even give him the chance to sign them. Just say I'm out.
Yeah. Like, I just proved my worth. See ya.
He'll go host Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Hey, they're looking for a new host now, so might as well.
Yeah. So let me do the Eagles real quick. I know my guy asked for the Eagles, and I think it's a good,
everybody's
exercise.
the map. You got a bunch of rabid dogs waiting for this one.
They're like, we need them to do the Eagles, please. All right, first game at Atlanta.
Loss.
Win.
I gotta win.
How fast you are with that?
Win.
Like we're like
I knew you were gonna say that.
Loss.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Real quick. All right.
So fast.
So
Tom, I may or may not have done this game this morning, so I may or may not be prepped and ready to go on my sheet.
Yeah,
he's ready.
yeah, I have mine ready to go. I was using playoff predictors for my picks. So
San Fran, next game. It's home. Home
Win.
with San Fran.
Win.
Home opener.
win.
Okay,
Loss.
at Dallas.
Loss.
Who's playing QB for San Fran? Win.
Who's playing QB for us?
Better than San Fran right now. Better than Jimmy G. Guys, listen. Do we watch Jimmy G? Greg, I know you're mad. I know you like Jimmy.
Jimmy wins.
Jimmy, you watch
Jimmy
Jimmy
wins.
play.
Jimmy wins. That's all I gotta say.
Shanahan's offense.
Oh,
Jimmy
here we
wins.
go.
Jimmy
Is
wins.
Greg or Chuck?
Chuck.
At next game at Dallas.
Loss.
Loss.
That will be the first loss for me.
Case home
You got
for
them
KC.
3-0 going into Dallas.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
2-0.
2-0. Home for
No,
KC.
3-0, right?
No, Atlanta, San Fran, and then Dallas.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. 2-0. All right. Little easier.
For home for KC.
Loss.
Loss.
That will be a loss.
At Carolina.
Win.
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 Home for Tampa.
Loss.
Loss.
At the Raiders.
Loss.
Win.
I'm going to say win.
You guys are optimistic, man. You stop acting like the black hole ain't tough to play to win.
Ain't the black hole.
It's Vegas.
They're traveling. They're traveling. It's bringing it with them. At Detroit.
Win.
Win.
Better be a win.
Home for the Chargers.
Loss.
Win.
I got this as a win.
At Denver.
Win.
Oh, if Ben Simmons is playing, it's a loss because of the altitude.
Yeah, I was
But
thinking the altitude playing a factor.
All right, so let me go back because I lost count. So
Win. Denver State.
between Atlanta and San Fran, I think the consensus is one of them is going to be a loss, right? Or are we going 2-0 in Dallas?
I'll just tell you this. I got them winning 10, 11 games. However you want to slice that up. I'll just step myself away from this right now.
All right.
Because I'm not running.
Let's keep going. We got home for the Saints.
Loss.
Win.
At
Dome
New York.
Dome team outside. Win.
At New York. Both New Yorks. At the Giants and then at the Jets.
Back it up with 2 dubs. Dub.
Give me a loss and then a win against the Jets.
Win against the Jets.
Win against the Jets.
And then we got a bye, and then we got the rest of the NFC East. So we got Washington home and New York home.
Both wins for me.
Loss, win. Loss, win.
And then at Washington and then home for Dallas.
Loss, win.
Win, loss.
And what's that? Is that about 7 losses? I think I heard, or even less, right? Man, that was more like 5 losses.
I got 10 and 7 for me.
I have us finishing 8 and 9.
Let me go back here.
All right, I got 6 and 11.
Let me just do mine real quick.
Me and Greg.
You
can flip me and Greg.
Yeah, I got 6 and 11.
You can flip my number right with him. I'll go the opposite of him.
11 and 6.
Ralphie, what did you have?
7 and 10.
Okay.
Nate just talked about gambling. Nate sat here when we started, 15 minutes into the show. Talked about when everybody's going one way, it's good to go the other way. I know we're 90% of this fan base, and these idiots and these dry jocks on Twitter talking to me about preseason football, talking to me about wins at practice, which is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Okay, because we're not winning practices. We're trying to get better at practice. So don't tell me they beat a team in practice. I don't care about that. I care about what happens week 1. But I know the majority of people think this team isn't going to be any good. The majority of people have this team either finishing 3rd or 4th in this division, and the majority of national pundits, if not all of them, have this team 3rd or 4th in this division too. So sometimes when all that is going on, and I think they're better than people think they are,
and everybody what they think they are.
Not all the time though in this league. Not all the time. You have a good roster.
Is a lot better than what they think they are. You have
a good roster in a bad division, and you're playing a last place schedule. They're the kinds of things that help last place teams go to first place teams in the National Football League. It happens. It happens around this league. It happens. And it did not, if they had a shit roster, I'm not having this conversation with you guys because then it doesn't make sense, Tom. Then you're like, what are you talking about, Tom? They have a good roster.
They do have a good roster.
Will they stay healthy? I don't know that. I'm just going off their roster. I don't care who they play when. I just know they got a last place schedule, right? So things are going to be a little bit more beneficial now. It's just like Washington had a last place schedule the year before, right? And things went a little bit more beneficial to them because they were decent. The whole division stinks. I'm just telling you guys. Everybody thinks Hurts stinks and everything else. I'm not telling you he's going to be a great NFL quarterback for 8 years. I'm telling you, a lot of guys that can run around can be successful right away. They can be successul right away. And then maybe
that's a foul ball.
Them out and they're not successful anymore. But I just think he's going to prove some people wrong this year on some things. And that's why I don't think he's the 31st ranked quarterback in football. I think that's a joke because I think he can make too many plays with his legs that sort of take him out of that conversation. But it's not just about him. I think he can almost game manage for us and just distribute the football. You got playmakers. So I'm crazy. I know. I get it.
So Nate, before you run through yours, so Greg, you have 6 wins, right? Yeah. Ralphie, you have 7 wins.
Correct.
I have 8. Frank, you have 10. Tom, you have 11. Nate?
I was at 10 until you guys read that schedule off. Cupcake City. And we're Cupcake too.
I think they get between 6 or 7. I think Vegas is right at what they have them at 6.5 over and under. You got to think that maybe they get you got to think maybe they get a break somewhere. You know, he gets hot somewhere. But I think they start off at least. I think they start off almost 1-2 or 0-3. I think they lose to Atlanta at Atlanta. I think they lose to San Fran because San Fran. People forget San Fran was stacked before they got hurt. Like San Fran's roster ain't nothing to mess with. Like I don't care what you say about Jimmy G. That roster is stacked, and Shanahan is probably the best young coach in the league. So that roster is ridiculous.
Oh my God.
You know, Dallas is, could be the toss-up one. We always up for Dallas. It's been a while since we've gotten blown out by Dallas, if even that. So that could be a tough game. But and then they got KC.
Wheelchair basketball.
I think the first win could be Carolina. To be honest with you, they're going to need it too because Carolina smashed between KC and Tampa. You know what I mean? But Carolina's offense is legit. That's just. I don't know. I see 6 or 7 wins. I think Vegas has it right where the Eagles are. I really do. And unfortunately, if my future talk comes to bet and Joe Flacco starting by week 7 on the road or week 8 to hopefully get a win, then the numbers will go even lower, right? The numbers will go down even lower.
If by the way, if anyone was wondering why there were reactions like that on the screen, it's because Wheeler just gave up a 3-run home run in the top of the 9th.
Jesus.
To a guy who can't hit. Francisco Mejia can't hit.
Yeah.
Never been in the 9th to begin with. But Bobby, I appreciate you. Old and shit roster, so I'm delusional. There's optimistic, and then there's stupid. Okay. You can call me stupid. You can call me whatever you want to call me. I don't give a shit. You're telling me that it's an old roster, and you're not talking about the young pieces on the roster. We don't want to have that conversation, do we, Bobby? We don't want to talk about the running backs young, the wide receivers are young, the quarterback's young. So I'm just going to start there, Bob. So you got to win with some veterans too, right? You think the youngest teams win Super Bowls? I mean, what's the old shit on the roster? The defensive line? Who's old? Brandon Graham? Brandon Graham's old. Fletcher Cox up in age. There's not a ton of up in age guys all over this roster. There really isn't. It's not like Jason Peters is your starting left tackle, right? Jason Kelsey older, I get it. There's some key pieces that you have older guys, but let's not act like this is an old roster, like on the majority old. Okay, it's pretty split in terms of age. Mm-hmm. And do we have depth? No, I'm not sitting here telling you do. I'm telling you this based off of staying healthy. Okay, so I'm not going to guarantee that. So if guys get banged up like this offensive line's like it was last year, we're going to stink. That's just the way the league goes. So if Dallas offensive line gets beat up, and people delusional for picking them to win 11 games and they go and win 6, if that gets hurt, what are we going to do? Are you delusional for picking the Cowboys to win a certain amount of things? You pick everything off of paper. You don't pick it off of the schedule and what it looks like. You pick it off of paper. That's what you do in national football. That's all you can do. And you're saying if a team stays healthy. Everybody's got Tampa. Everybody thinks Tampa's going to the NFC title game again. Huh. Dude, 2 or 3 major injuries. They're not going there. I think it goes for everybody. What's
Tom,
fucking everybody in this league?
Tom is
who's deep? Real quick, who's the fucking real deep teams? Stop, Bob. Who's got so much depth around the National Football League? Who? Where are all the deep fucking teams? Freaking, I hate that. They're not deep enough. They're deep enough. What do you got 53 guys on your roster. You think all 53 are deep? This fucking Christ.
I was going to say, which way is the bathroom?
What?
Which way is the bathroom behind you? Because I see your dad keep walking back and forth.
Yeah, it looks like he's lost.
I'm thinking he popped the cord. He had a couple. You know what I mean? Which way is the bathroom?
He's walking around back there.
Oh, you're outside. You're outside. You're outside. Okay.
Keeps going in. He's can't.
Yeah.
You're right, Nate. I just see him going like this.
Yeah, I just see him walking back and forth. I'm like, oh, hey, must got it.
Is he sleepwalking back there? Like, what?
Oh, hey, got to take a piss. That's what it is. Yeah, I see some boys talking shit on this thing, man. Talking about what was it? Nate doesn't know what he's talking about. He's crazy. Like, it's funny, man. I mean, it's all subjective. It's all opinion. We do this every day. There's no reason, talking about the Atlanta game. There's no reason that we can beat Atlanta week 1. Terrible defense. I mean, but they're gonna be hyped, right? It's their season opener, home opener. It's gonna be, it's gonna be a hype game.
We should be hyped too.
Yeah,
we should be. But can Jalen, get the nerves all together and go play ball? Because like you said, I think this roster is very underrated.
I do too.
It's a very underrated roster. Offensively, like I said, we said this before. You said this before. We all said it before. Ertz coming back to this team changes this offense dramatically.
It's a very unknown roster, right? You know what I mean? Maybe
you think it's unknown? What's unknown?
No, I'm saying in your underrated because we have a lot of, to Tommy's point, we have a lot of youth and a lot of young guys that we don't know of, right? What is Jalen Hurts going to do? What Miles Sanders are we getting, right? What is our young wide receiver core, as potentially super talented as they are? What are they when the lights go on, right? So we have a bunch of guys. We only have a handful of guys on each side of the roster because they're the old, decrepit old guys that we know what we get each and every Sunday.
But is Ertz old?
No, he's not.
So those are my two top guys.
What do we get from Goddard, though, right? Goddard's been up and down his entire career so far.
He has been up and down, but he's great when he's next to Ertz.
Yeah,
he's really good when Ertz is on the field.
Nate, real quick, you want to talk about the rest of the wide receiver core? Be my guest, Greg. You know what I mean? Be my guest, but don't talk about 6 in that conversation because you know what he is. So don't be acting like you don't know what he is.
Well, I'm just saying he's a rookie. He's just a rookie. I'm just going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he's a rookie.
Don't. Not a top 10 pick. No benefit of doubt. Come in and ball. You're a Heisman Trophy winner.
He better, but this is the Eagles. This is what we do. This is what we do to top 10 picks.
We never had a pick like him, though, bro.
They somehow come here and underachieve.
We never had a pick like him, though. Like we've had top receivers, but not like him.
This isn't a regular situation. This isn't a guy who was 20 picks ahead of what he should have been.
Yeah. Like Macklin, you can't put him in the same conversation, but he was highly talented coming out. Right? He had all the tools, he had the size, he had the route running ability. Even DJ went week round two. None of them not even close. Not even close to Smith. It's not even close, not even a question. But when I look at this roster and you talk about the receiving core, I add the tight ends to the receiving core, right? And I'm looking at that top down. I got Ertz as my top guy, I got Goddard as my second guy, and I got Smith as my third. And then everything falls apart. You can put Sanders as your fourth. You got 4 legit skilled guys in this offense.
I disagree with one thing with the Miles thing, Nate, just because it doesn't seem like he's been able to catch anything the last 2 seasons. You know what I'm saying? That's
I agree.
If he shows up, I hear you. Yeah, that's what he should be.
I agree. But in my head, I'm just thinking that's my 4th option. And having Miles Sanders as your 4th option, like, you know what I mean? Like, Jesus. You know what I mean? And then defensively, we got our second corner, right? We got our two corners. We got our starting safety. What's his name again from injury? I can't remember his name.
McLeod.
Yeah. We got McLeod back. We have another round of our defensive line. We added Kerrigan, who I believe is our best pass rusher, even though he hasn't played. You know what I mean? A little bit older, past his prime, right? We already know where Graham is. You know, Graham is past his prime. Graham had a breakout year at year fucking 20 last year, but he still had a breakout year. So when you look at how this roster is put together, and obviously linebackers, right? We can't, I don't know what – it's just an Eagles thing not to draft or do anything about linebacker at all. But, I mean, Singletary, he's okay.
They dressed it. They went and got Alex Wilson, too, and a kid from Minnesota.
And Edwards in the preseason has flashed. He has flashed a little bit. So when you look at this roster, the biggest question, and always the biggest question, is your quarterback. Mm-hmm. And it's going to go back to Hurts. It's going to go back to Hurts. You know what I mean? I think this roster is good enough to be a winning team. But can Hurts deliver? And that's where I question, like everybody else, we don't know what he is. And his game, to me, does not translate into the NFL well.
I do want to ask you, all you guys, I know we started it a little while ago, but speaking of the rosters, right? So we obviously talked about the running backs. We talked about, I believe it was the D-line. How would you rank 1 through 4 the wide receiver positions in the East?
From teams?
Yeah, 1 through 4.
All teams?
Dallas 1.
Yeah.
Dallas is easy 1.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be? I guess I would say Washington too.
I think Washington 4, to be honest.
I'm trying to think.
I'll put the Giants 2.
Giants, you got Slayton, you got
Sterling Shepard, Kenny
Galladay.
Tony.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot about that. Okay,
I'll
you're
go
right.
Giants 2.
Mm-hmm. I agree,
Eagles 3.
Yeah,
and Washington.
Yeah, because the
only thing though, and I don't disagree, but if you're talking about proven production, you almost have to go Eagles 4.
Yeah, you got to go Eagles 4. I don't know why you guys have Eagles at 3.
I mean, I understand the potential's there, right? Well, obviously with Smith and we hope, obviously, you know what I'm saying, hope he's great, but there's nothing proven in our wide receiver core right now. And at minimum, you have Washington with at least 2 proven guys.
That's what I was going to say.
Samuel and McLaurin.
Say McLaurin and Smith cancel out, even though I don't agree they do, but say they cancel out just on the strength. You have no receiver on the Eagles side who equals Samuels.
Correct.
There's nobody. You know what I mean? Like
as of right now, it could change.
Absolutely.
But you're right. As of right now, it's clearly Philly
on paper. Right now, it doesn't equal out.
Yeah,
because you would say Jalen is your 2 for us. He can't compare to Samuels. It's not even close.
No, and then even with all the Quez Watkins hype, Frank, I hate to disappoint you here, but he's a 6th-round pick.
Yeah, no, he is for sure. And he's had 1 play. Well, no, he had 2 plays, and Jalen missed them in the first one.
Yeah. Tight ends. I think it's pretty clear. Eagles 1.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Eagles 1.
Eagles 1.
I had.
Is Evan Ingram even playing?
Yeah, he is. But the question, Ralphie, shouldn't be is he playing? Is he catching? Because we all know from a certain Giants game last season that he tends to have a few drops here and there.
And he can't really stay healthy, too. That's been another knock on him as well.
Big disappointment. I would know because I've made the mistake of drafting him on fantasy the last years.
You're not alone.
Yeah, so I might I'll probably end up doing it again this year.
He's that mid-tier guy that just looks so good. You're like, I need a guy. He's still there? He's still there.
Exactly. Yeah. He's due. He's gonna figure it out. No, I'm not making that mistake, which means he's gonna be all pro this year. So if that happens, blame me and Greg because we didn't pick him on fantasy.
Who's the tight end for Dallas? Isn't he
Jarwin? Yeah,
Blake Jarwin.
Yeah,
he's not a big name, but he just catches. You know what he is? He's just a guy who catches passes. That's he does his job. I had Giants 3. I know Logan Thomas is good. I know there are people like, oh, don't sleep on Logan Thomas. To me, it's the Eagles than everyone else.
Yeah.
And it's clear because you have Zach Ertz, who's Zach Ertz. I know he's a little bit older.
Logan Thomas played quarterback at Virginia Tech.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you. O-line. How would you guys rank the O-line? 1 through 4.
Dallas 1. Eagles 2.
1, bro.
Yeah. I got. Go ahead, Ralph.
Yeah, go ahead, Ralph.
Eagles 2.
Okay.
Giants 3. Washington 4.
Why would you, before we go, Ralphie, why would you put Dallas 1?
I can answer that question. I can do it for you, Ralph. They got 2 All-Pros on there. Well, maybe 3. Right, Quentin.
That and their left. I mean, I understand. I said it at the beginning of the show too that he hasn't played a full season since 2016. But
he's like
Smith
the best
is a dog, and he's always going to be a future Hall of Famer.
Oh no, there's no doubt about it.
There's no doubt about it. Yeah, you got to give him that. And then their center retired, right, because of the neck.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then
Frederick.
their right
But they
guard.
drafted one last year, did they not?
Tyler Biedas. Yeah.
They used our pick. Coincidentally enough, I think it was the pick that we ended up getting. I feel like we used that pick for who was the 49ers receiver that never played for us?
Marquise Goodwin.
I feel like it was that. Why do I have a feeling we used that pick for him?
I have no idea. I can't remember.
So
that trade we swapped 6 rounders.
And I feel like we used that 6 rounder for him. I don't know. Either way. They used our pick.
The right guard. I think is it the right guard? That's the other first round pick. That's pretty good.
Zach Martin.
Correct. He's still there.
Yeah.
I hear you, Ralphie. I just look at it to where when we're healthy, I think we're clearly the best. And then
you can say the same thing about Dallas though too. Like when they're healthy, that offensive line is awesome.
But our depth is way better though, Ralphie. I think there's a way bigger drop off.
If they're all healthy, correct? We're not bringing injuries into this,
we're just
right?
talking about starting line, right?
But then if we want to bring injuries to it, because the argument against the Eagles is, oh, how long is Lane going to stay healthy? How long is Brooks going to stay healthy? Then it's like, okay, well, the drop off isn't nearly as drastic.
My thing is that I'm canceling Brooks with Martin. I'm canceling Smith with Lane, and Kelsey, like Marky Mark said, Kelsey is the outlier. Kelsey gives us the edge, right? You know, our left side could be a problem.
Question.
Right?
It's a question mark.
It is a question mark, but I think from Kelsey on to the right, it's probably could be. It could legit be the best in the NFL, without a doubt.
Tom, who would you say is
top 5?
Yeah, I agree there.
Who is the best O-line in the division, Tom, in your opinion?
I guess they got Lydell Collins there.
And while Tom's thinking about just to answer Marky Marks, because I'm a defensive guy. I played defense in college. I played defense in arena. Kerrigan is our best pass rusher. It's not even a question. So let's stop that right there. Kerrigan's had like 15 to 17 sacks in his career. Nobody's even come close to that in our offense and our defensive line. So trust me. You put Hargrave and Sweat. Sweat hasn't even started in the league yet. So let's put some respect on Kerrigan's name, bro. Kerrigan's a problem.
Josh Sweat season.
Yeah, Kerrigan's a problem, bro.
The only thing I question with Kerrigan, and because you're absolutely right, he's been a stud his whole career. It's just how much does he have left?
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like what is left in the tank? Because you're right, he's killed us every year.
Oh my God,
twice a year. He's been an absolute monster his entire career in Washington.
You see the Shawn Michaels flex every time. So, right.
but it's how much left, and maybe it's a blessing that he's been hurt and he hasn't had to practice and play in the preseason. He can just ramp up and go. Right, veterans like that, they love to do that. Whether they're healthy or not. Oh, I'm hurt. Right, I'm gonna wait. But like that's the only thing I question with Kerrigan because you're right. If he has anything left in the tank, it makes our defensive line that much better. I just don't know how much he has left.
Well, if they don't play him as a starter, if they start to recognize that, like you said, he doesn't have much left in the tank, and they almost use him as a Chris Long. I would say Chris Long on steroids, right? He comes in third down situations and just get after the pass rusher. You know, I mean, Chris Long was maybe a little bit different because he was accepted so fast in our community in this Philadelphia environment. He was respected among his peers, and then he showed up on the field too. So all that happened for him, and not even that, he was outspoken, right? He spoke up. He spoke about the social injustice. He was okay with putting himself in that position. I'm not sure Carrigan is that type of character, you know, that type of guy. So Chris Long has something different, and then he backed it up, right? Everybody remembers him in the long mink with the Iverson, you know, jersey on, right, with the glasses. Like it's a classic picture of Chris Long. Yes. So you know, I think it would. I want to compare the two, kind of using Carrigan in that same mode, but obviously Carrigan from a community and you know, I don't think he's going to have that impact because he's just not that type of personality.
Sure.
But I think so, man. I think Carrigan's got some gas in the tank. I think if we get anywhere from 5, you know, high end 8 sacks from him in a part-time type role, and he's not starting every game, I think that's a win, man. I think that's a win. Go ahead, Tommy. You probably got something going here.
No.
What a question.
I think our offensive line is the best. I mean, I do. I think it's close, but I think ours arguably is a little bit better. But then we have a question mark. See, the problem is they don't have question marks in either one of their tackle positions, where we have question marks at our left tackle. And people can tell me all that. I mean, we don't have a starter right now that's been named there. So as of right now, that's a problem. They have Collins and Smith. I mean, they know who their tackles are coming in the year. So that's our biggest weakness to me, is because we don't know who it is. The other guys we know what they are. Them other 4 guys that are starting, we've seen them play enough. We know what they are. We know how talented they can be if they're on the football field. But that the elephant in the room is the left tackle. Mm-hmm. And Moata may be a damn good one. I don't think we have enough information on that yet to crown that. And obviously Dillard, you hear nothing good out of camp from Dillard. And I'm not saying Moata's not a monster. I'm just telling you that we don't know enough.
It's unknown, absolutely.
It's an unknown. I mean, you start left tackle. It's a blind side for a reason.
Yeah, you can have the biggest Jordan Mailata stand, and I think they'd be lying to you if they didn't say if it was an unknown. You know what I mean? As much as a road grader and a freak of nature as he seems to be athletically, we don't know what he's going to turn into on the left-hand side of the line. That's the most important. That's the most important part of your offensive line.
Ralphie, did you feel like you wanted to make a statement regarding your boy? By the way, not so nice tweets that went out reporting on his performance since he came back.
It's not looking good. It's not looking good.
Nate, the boy, the man to your right is a notified Andre Dillard stan. He is like the number 1.
Really?
Oh
yeah,
big time.
Well, he had the credentials coming out of Washington, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, he did.
He was the best.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
He was the best pass.
Dana Lyle sacked, I think 100. I think it was like 900 and something. Odd plays.
He had the credentials.
You know, he had 3 when Jason Peters got hurt. He came in. He had those 3 great games for us, and then you know how the Eagles are. The whole loyalty factor. You got to bring Jason. It messed up his mind, you know. But
I don't think it messed up his mind. I think Peters came out and said it. He looked like a high school kid. Mm-hmm. Right? I think if I'm not mistaken, he looked like a high school kid. His body wasn't ready yet to be in the league. He just wasn't there yet to play football with grown men. But I mean, he's had time. It's unfortunate that, you know, he was a first round pick.
Yeah, and we traded up for him, so you know, it even you know hurts a little bit more because you know. But hey, you know,
Ralphie, how many sacks did you say he had in college?
He didn't let up a sack, and I think it was like 900 and something.
That's what it was.
He blocked out
Like
the sun.
912 or something. So somebody can please check me down in the comments.
And you know where I'm sure you're factual. I mean, you are the Dillard stan, so I'm sure you're factual on that. You know where that got him, Ralphie?
Yeah, probably the backup role.
In a perfect position to lose the left tackle job to a guy who plays the ukulele.
Yeah, you would think too that he would like be,
Better
fall right into place because the owner doesn't want to run the ball. So he's a pass blocking left tackle to begin with, and it hasn't shown that in the past 3 years he's been here. So
he'd seen a lot of one thing, and that's the sun, because he's been looking straight up while he's laying on the ground.
As Jesse points out in this comment, do we have the video?
We do have the video.
Frank, you want to hit it?
I heard he got
Let me double check the video is still here.
I'm not an offensive lineman. I was always a defensive lineman in my college days and my little run in arena. But he can't anchor.
Oh, there it is.
He can't anchor what they say with offensive linemen.
How was arena football?
He's trying to deflect. Yeah, he's trying to deflect.
Is it fast?
It was fast. It was arena. It was arena 2. It wasn't like nothing crazy.
Okay.
So it was arena 2, but it didn't pay they didn't pay nothing. So I was like, man, this I had it at my time. I had my daughter on the way, and I'm just like, man, I gotta get a job, dog. Like I said, because a lot of those guys they're chasing a dream.
Mm-hmm.
They're chasing a dream. They're playing arena and they're working full time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just too much. It's just too much to do, too much to bear. And then if you think about it, the people who make the league, it's just like college. It's like 3%, 2% of college play. Like, people don't even believe it. Like when you see the draft, you see me so many rounds. But when you look at everybody who's in college playing football, it's literally 2 or 3% of college players actually make the NFL.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like that with arena. It might be even less. Like, it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to play this for anybody who hasn't seen it or people that are asking for it. Ralphie, he's had quite the ride with Andre Dillard, and it could be coming to an end. We don't know. The next couple of weeks are going to be very stressful. I'm just gonna play this for you, Ralphie, because we care.
In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room, and the endless that you fear.
Should have sang, Ralph. That was the question.
I was on American Idol. I think it was like season 5. I was on there.
Andre Dillard in the comments is crying.
Didn't make it far.
Who got you to sing? I'm like, hold up, is that Ralph singing?
Yeah.
Oh, good times. Good times.
Ralphie, do you think? I mean, there's been some. I mean, Tom, I know you've been, and I agree with you. By the way, the same beat writers that are saying, "Oh, the Eagles won practice today." They swept the Jets in practice. I don't even know what that means. Also, they're saying that Andre Dillard has done, quote, nothing to even make this team.
Really? Jeez.
That's what they're saying, Ralphie.
He'll make the team.
Yeah, I don't know how you judge that off of that, but okay.
At least I hope he'll make the team.
I'm not telling you should be your starting left tackle, but I mean, the guy, you're the one who traded and then pick him. So
yeah, yep.
Imagine in the next 2 weeks they're in a situation. I agree with everybody. I would be pissed and shocked if they cut him. Traded, that's another thing.
Yeah.
But imagine if they, in the course of a 1 week span, cut Arcega-Whiteside Umbrella Boy, that was a second round pick, and Dillard, who was a first round pick who they traded up to get. It's not great. It's not great.
No, it's not great at all. Not great at all.
I agree, Marquise. I agree. What did we do as a city to deserve J. Jaw, Dillard, and Ben Simmons? Just rounding off these.
Sorry to put Ben in that conversation, but I I hear you.
I was about to say Ben's got some accolades.
Yeah.
He just doesn't show up in playoffs. Regular season Ben is great. Let's not get it twisted. All-star Ben is great. Let's not get it twisted.
You guys don't even know what regular season is. So
they don't even know what preseason is, Tom. Arcega-Whiteside hasn't even got on the field the last 2 weeks.
And you got
how crazy is that?
Yeah.
Well, it's two guys, him and Fulgham.
Haven't even sniffed the field in preseason.
It's pretty bad.
And you talking about practice and videos? How about Ben? And those,
100% from three. Practice videos, baby.
Yeah, the LA Fitness
100%.
Gym All-Star. Jesus. You know what I mean? Making behind the back passes, shooting fadeaways, clock running down, shooting.
You see that pass to Jordan Clarkson? Little behind the back for three. It was nice.
Oh my God.
It was nice.
He's dead to me. He's dead to me.
He will still be known as Richard Simmons to me until he's out of here.
I can see now him dribbling up to the court, behind the back to Curry for three. Oh my goodness!
The rumors are saying that he's gonna sit out. He's gonna.
Good.
Do you think he will? Do you think the rumors are true?
Absolutely, I do, because he possesses 0 ounce of self-awareness.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think they're true because I just don't. I mean, he might say to somebody he would sit out A, B, C, and D, but nope. He likes money too much. He ain't sitting out.
And Nate, just preface that. Tom is speaking more in realism than I am. I've promised everybody I am going to speak only in hatred towards Ben Simmons. So my opinion is jaded. So I wouldn't go by my opinion with Simmons right now. So even though I would not be shocked, and I truly believe that he has 0 ounce of self-awareness because of the 15 friggin' workout videos a day at this point.
And I know we're far away from basketball, and I'm sorry. Just got to do it. It's like you can't talk about Philly and not talk about Ben. Would you do the Spurs deal? I think it was Murray, somebody else, and like two picks.
No.
Not enough.
No, not enough.
Not enough. Okay.
Game of bust, baby.
Just checking.
And don't look like Dame's happening. So
no, Dame ain't happening.
At least not yet.
Dust off those 25 jerseys because he's back.
Wiggins is coming.
Yeah, I thought he was back the whole time.
I always said it. Yeah.
Not that I wanted him back. Just if we weren't getting Dame Lillard, I feel like he was coming back because they're just not going to trade him to trade him. So then they're going to spin it. You know, the videos are starting to leak, even though it's not from them, it's from him, and it's all dog and pony. So
I like the videos. Let him show off. We might catch somebody who say, "Oh, okay, he's got something."
Yeah, I mean, the only team you can catch is Portland. You know, you got to get Portland to buy into it. There's nothing else. To me, there's nothing else out there that's like, okay, that's the deal.
Agreed.
Not even Wiggins?
No, not even Wiggins. Yeah, Jesse.
Football.
He's staying.
Back to football.
And he's not going to sit out just purposely.
Yeah, he likes money too much. I mean, you get paid to play.
Yep.
Yeah, guys don't sit out in the NBA. So.
I'm trying to think of anybody who like held out.
Yeah, I'm trying to think too of like.
When's the last time somebody held out like a star?
Didn't Scottie Pippen do that?
Yeah, but Scottie was in the 90s.
Yeah, if we did, then it goes to the point because he was the last guy.
Wasn't that on one of the episodes of Last Dance? That whole saga with Scottie Pippen.
I mean, there was a saga. You're probably right. Yeah, but it was still in the 90s. We're talking about what, 20-something, 25, 30 years ago.
Semantics wise, Anthony Davis technically did because he forced the team to be like, "Oh no, he's got an injury," but that was with accordance with the team, so I'm not even going to count that.
Yeah, but they still paid him though. It's not like he sat out to the point where he's like, "I'm not sitting out," and they're like, "Well, we're not paying you."
No.
Played, though. Didn't Davis played and then he
played before the trade deadline, and then they traded.
Yeah, he played. He still played.
Ralphie, correct? You would know this better than anybody. I think they shut him down for the season, right, Ralphie?
Yeah, it was like 12 games remaining or something like that. They shut him down.
Yeah, they shut him down, but he didn't come into camp saying I'm not playing.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother ball game. That doesn't go well. I don't think he does that. If he was on a bad team, then yeah, you could be like, all right, I want to get out of here. You know what I mean? But guys don't even do that. They just get traded. You know what I mean? So it doesn't happen in the NBA.
Kawhi with the Spurs. Yep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but were they still paying him though? That's the difference between
Kawhi just signed a deal with the Clippers, if I'm not mistaken, like 3-4 year deal.
Yep.
No, what did he do with the Spurs? He didn't play. I thought that was like an injury thing too.
He went dark. He wouldn't contact the team. They couldn't get in contact with him, and then obviously Popovich is like, "Oh, you don't want to contact us?" What was that?
I said I do remember that. That was
something with his quad, right?
Yeah, it was
it was around an injury, but you're right.
Yeah, a little touchy. It was touchy with the quad.
It was the
he was out for a year too, right?
It was the Zaza Pachulia injury when he got stepped on, and then he came back for 2 games, and then he re-aggravated.
That's what it was.
Yeah, and he re-aggravated it, and then
that's just Kawhi too, right? The weirdest dude in the NBA.
Yeah. I was about to say Kawhi's different though.
Not
good old Zaza
It's not like Ben
Pachulia
isn't weird.
injury.
Ben's weird as shit.
I was gonna say Nate Ben might be number 2 on that list. This guy doesn't shoot.
It's not like he's far off.
Yeah,
Kawhi was still getting paid that next year.
Yeah,
I believe.
Correct.
I believe there was no. Yeah, and there was something with the doctors, and he blamed it on the team.
he went to like 5 different doctors in New York.
Because
he blamed the injury on the team, so that's different. Like Ben's got nothing to blame the team for. What's he going to blame the team for not shooting?
Not dunking.
That's the rumor. It's that he hasn't talked to Doc Rivers because he's offended. He's offended. Oh, because Doc Rivers didn't shoot, and he didn't make a layup. He didn't make free throws. I can't.
I just want to add for the folks in the comments. Hold on, real quick, Tom. For the folks in the comments that want their comments put up, go ahead and join the membership team, because if you see Jesse Davis, you see that little tag right there. That means he's a member. So when he's a member, they get those comments get pulled up right up in the front, right? All these comments get put up right in front. So if you want your comment heard, go ahead and sign up. $9.99 a month. Go join the membership, and don't forget, we sweeping every weekend from now on. I'm not losing. I'm not losing from now on. You heard it right here. Somebody record it. Somebody replay it. I ain't losing no more. You got $10 in your pocket. $10. Don't tell me you're broke. Shut up. Shut up. I don't want to hear that shit. And I don't mean to tell people to shut up because I'm a nice guy. Shut up. $9.99, man. Not weekly.
Do it.
Not bi-weekly. $9.99 a goddamn month. Like, come on, man.
I know.
Steal.
And the fact you're getting picks is a steal. Lord, I had the red one. I can get the City Sky. I just didn't do it because I felt like he was, there's a chance he might be out of here. So I was like, all right, well, let me hold off on other ones. But I'll get you one for being a member. Lord, I'll get you the City Sky jersey, the black one. Nice one.
Marky Mark said I've been drinking too much. So let's fill up. Let's fill up. Marky
Keith,
Mark.
why are you listening to the bets then, Keith? You're not listening to Nathan Wilson's picks then.
For real. I swept Sunday. Like, where you at, bro? You should be up $600 from Sunday. Even if you were down, weeks ahead, right? Weeks ahead. I had a parlay for $350, and then I had 3 picks in there. Based off a $100 bet on every play. Quick $650, $700. Pay your rent off. Call it a day.
I have 2 more position groups real quick. We would all agree the Cowboys have the best linebacking core.
Yeah,
in the division.
Correct.
And then
that is correct.
Do you agree the order would then go Washington, Giants, Eagles?
Oh yeah, Eagles dead last.
Yeah, I don't even know who's on Washington and New York's linebacker core, to be honest with you.
I know they Giants have Blake Martinez, I believe.
From Green Bay. He's a tackle machine.
And then the secondary. Just tell me if you guys agree with this. I had Giants 1, Eagles 2, Cowboys 3, Washington 4.
Who's the Giants corners?
It's Adoree.
Bradbury?
Who everyone I know.
Is Bradbury still there?
Yep.
Bradbury's still there.
Right.
And I know what everyone's going to say. Oh, Adoree Jackson's hurt. Well, apparently he's going to be ready by week 1. So.
All right, yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was depending on how long he's going to be out for. That was my concern with Adoree.
But Adoree Jackson's hurt.
But he is hurt.
But he said he'd be ready for week 1, so he ain't
But
that
he's
hurt.
hurt.
We're better secondary than them. Fuck them.
Hey, Marky Mark, man, you need to join his membership team. I ain't been drinking too much. When you win in picks, when you win in plays, you need me to drink more. Is what you need. Oh, that needs to be chill.
But no, I think we're right. I mean, that's a close one. It depends how Slay plays, honestly.
You gotta go. You gotta go. New York, just because Burberry's, he's a legit one. Is he a shutdown corner? I don't want to pass that title around so easily.
Yeah, right. I think he's good. I think he's very good. I think Slay's
Is he all pro good?
No.
Pro Bowl good though.
Pro Bowl good, yes. Pro Bowl good, yes.
Yeah,
definitely.
All
so
pro.
who's another? So there's no other Pro Bowl corner in the league. I don't think, right? Slay's good, but he's not. But they base it off picks, right? They really do base it off picks, and then that.
Yeah, he don't take the ball away enough.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
This year, sure. Could he? Sure. Good.
But he's going to face, I mean, what's that? He's going to face some good, people got on him last year, but it's not like he didn't face like top 5 receivers, right? Like it was ridiculous that, he got who's the, damn, I guess Marky Mark is right. I've been drinking too much. I can't think of these motherfuckers' names. Who's in Seattle?
The Giants.
DK abused them.
Yeah, Metcalf. Yeah, he abused them.
And Devontae Adams abused them.
Yeah, but it's like Adams.
But you're right, they do
touchdowns
that
last year. That's what they do. And then the league is built for the receiver, right? The league is completely built for the receiver and for them to score touchdowns. My bad. I don't mean to talk too much. Go ahead, Ryan. I know you're saying.
No, you're fine. You're fine. The Giants secondary. You've got Adoree Jackson on the one side, you've got Bradbury on the other, and then the two safeties, you've got Jabril Peppers and Logan Ryan. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then you got Xavier McKinney not even freaking starting for them. 2020 second round pick.
Forgot he was there.
That's what I'm saying. They're pretty damn good.
Where was he from? McKinney.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Alabama guy.
No, they're very good. Jabril Peppers not a real good cover safety, good down in the box, so good tackler, always has been. When Logan Ryan's the opposite of that. Logan Ryan to me is more going to take the football away, a better cover guy. So I think them two complement each other extremely well. So
yes, I'm still doing my show, Mom. You interrupted me. Tom's talking.
And then
I think they're both. I think they're the best. I do think they're the best.
And then everyone's saying, you guys are sleeping on Washington. You've got Kendall Fuller on one side. You've got William Jackson III from Cincinnati on the other.
He's a legit starter.
You've obviously got Landon Collins is one of the safeties, and then you've got Cameron Curl, 2027th rounder. What?
Yeah.
DeShazer Everett, Bobby McCain. You've got Benjamin St. Just, or I forget.
I've always liked Collins. Collins is a good safety. I've always liked him.
Yeah, can't cover, but
yeah, he's not the best cover guy, but he's okay. And Don, I ain't drunk, dog. Relax.
Very good safety though. Very good safety. William Jackson's a good corner. Kendall Fuller is a solid corner. They're solid. They are solid.
I agree.
The other safety I never fucking heard of. The other guy, the second guy you named is going to be their starter,
DeShazer.
Yeah, he'll be their other starter. I mean, I feel like he's started games for them in the past. So
I agree. All starters, all legit starters in the league for sure.
And so do we. You know what I mean? If we look at us, I mean, Slay, Nelson, Harris, and McLeod, that's pretty good. I think people, if you're just being an outsider looking in, you're like, okay, that's a good secondary.
It's okay, Ryan. You can put the mommy jokes up there. It's all right. I like it. Keep coming.
The what?
Mommy tuck.
Oh, Eagle Champs comment.
Eagles champ. I like it.
Yeah.
I didn't see
Don't worry,
that.
Jesse.
There,
come for me, bro.
there it is. Yep.
Because you know what, Jesse? At the end of the day, they're going to be a member, and then what they're going to do? They're going to hop on the goddamn money train, just like everybody else, sooner or later. So it's all good. Go and get your jokes in, and when I win you some money, when you pay your rent off, when you help your mom pay her rent off, then cheers to you. Fucking cocksucker.
I don't know if Slay's the best corner in the division, Umberto. I don't know.
No,
I don't know. I think it's close. I think that's up for debate.
I don't think it is. I mean, are we basing it on? I don't base it off
probably the
picks.
best corner in the division. He ain't here no more.
I don't base it off picks, but it's got to be it's got to be.
It's got to be part of it, though.
There's Sidney Jones being the best corner in the division. He's not here no more.
I was a Sidney Jones guy too. I really was. I was a Sidney Jones guy. I brought into the whole Washington corner thing. Brought into it. They had the pedigree. I thought it was going to be something, but
it was a steal of a pick.
Supposedly, right? I mean,
it was.
That's what we were told. It was
him,
a steal.
Who's the damn? I guess must be getting loose. Who's the running back from the Vikings? I can't think of these motherfuckers' names.
Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, Cook. Yeah. It was either him or Cook at that time, right? Cook was there.
Dude, anybody who didn't take Dalvin Cook never watched FSU football. Like the dude was the definition of a fucking bell cow. Like that's an easy pick, just like Najee Harris is an easy pick.
Yeah.
To drop way too far. Dalvin Cook's in that same conversation because our running backs teams don't value as much as saying, hey, like Najee Harris, a top 10 player in this year's draft, like should have been a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
Went through a perfect situation for himself, in my opinion, but should have been a top 10 pick talent wise. Dalvin Cook in that draft, same thing. I mean, I don't know what that draft is, but I guarantee if I go back and look at it, he might even should have been top 5 in that draft, regardless on what position he played.
For sure.
So I think teams get scared away and rightfully so. Like you draft Saquon that high, injury, Zeke high pick, but in reality, talent wise, them guys are right where they're slated to be. So like, I hate when teams run from that. You know what I mean? Like I know you're in the top and you feel you got to build through the trenches and stuff like that, but when you're talking about guys that are falling in the draft, I don't know how teams just continue to let them fall.
So, by show of hands, who saw the Bleacher Report quarterback rankings today? I'm sure, Greg, you've got it on your refrigerator.
I did not.
I did not. I didn't even know it came out, but I'm assuming that Hurts was.
I did not, but I saw.
First off, I got a major problem with their whole list. Their whole list is shit.
I agree.
Anything from Bleacher Report, I take with a grain of sand. Knowing what Bleacher Report did back then, I don't really trust that as a credible source.
Agreed.
I agree with you.
Kyler Murray is ranked higher than Matthew Stafford, which is a fucking joke. I don't care. Mm-hmm. Whatever. See, they don't ever base it into like situations, right?
Thank you.
Like what situation is the guy in? Matthew Stafford's in a great fucking situation. He's got Sony Michel today. Maybe pencil that in before you do
your
a
5th and a 6th.
How is that legal? How is that legal?
For a 5th and a 6th.
I'm like, oh, they probably got
MVP odds.
Hoodie's got dirty pictures of Roger Goodell to make that trade go through. So
he is going to ball in LA.
MVP pick.
That's literally
their 1 through 5 is fine. Their 1 through 5 is hard to argue with. Who is their 1 through 5? It's Mahomes, Brady, Rodgers, Wilson, Josh Allen. It's like I'm okay with it. Like I'm okay with that. I'm not going to argue too much with that. Lamar Jackson.
Throw that up again. Let me see that again. What was that?
I was showing Greg. I agreed with his MVP. Those are my award winners, by the way. I guess if you guys see that.
Yeah, and then they go Lamar Jackson, Matt Ryan, Dak Prescott.
Get your odds on that. Did you put money on that?
No, but I can.
Oh, okay. And shout out to Jesse. I know you've been asking this question a couple of times, Tom. I know you're about to go through it. I wouldn't trade Barnett. He hurts our depth. You said, would you trade Barnett to the Jets since Lawson? Maybe another corner or safety in return. I think our secondary is actually better than what people think. I think getting Nelson was a good deal. It was being called upon a lot, right? We were calling upon, the fans were calling upon it, and I think it just happened. I think even Slay even put something out there to get Nelson here. I think that helped. But trading Barnett away, it's a big year for Barnett, and you don't want to trade guys away during their contract year.
Nope.
They usually ball, right? They usually show up. So I'm hoping Barnett.
Would you say?
What I say?
Yeah, I just want you to
usually ball. Yeah, during their contract year. They
how many
ball.
veterans have we got on 1-year deals this year?
oh, I know where this is going.
That's a good question. I don't know.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
But you said veteran. Do you call Barnett a veteran?
Well, yeah, at this point of his career, fuck, he's a veteran. At this point of his career.
This is his first. We're looking for his first big deal, right? He's looking for his first big deal.
Fifth year in the NFL. That's veteran time.
That's his first year as on his rookie contract, though.
Okay, he's not. Anthony Harris a vet.
You said Anthony Harris?
Yeah, Anthony Harris a vet, right? Rodney McLeod, vet.
Right.
Steven Nelson, vet.
Eric Wilson,
vet. Ryan Kerrigan, vet.
All vets, right? Been in the league, got paid already. Barnett hasn't.
I'm just telling you, he's got paid. He's a first round pick. He's got paid.
Not
Zach Ertz vet.
Not like he should get paid. Not like what he's looking to get paid.
Well,
he's looking for starter, Pro Bowl. I could be a Pro Bowler money paid.
Because you got a lot of guys on 1 year deals that are trying to get paid. So that's where that 11, 10 wins come in.
Right.
That was all I was going with.
Right. Yeah. No, I feel you. But no, the people trying to get paid. So to answer your question, no, I wouldn't trade Barnett because he's supposed to be a starter.
That's our strength. When we look at the strength of our football team, we can say, hey, we get to the quarterback just as much as Washington does, but there's a chance that we're deeper than them up front, which is hard to do. And knowing that, Nate, to your point, like that's a strength of ours. I'm not trading Barnett. Dude, come ball. You're on last year your deal. You won't get paid. Go have double-digit sacks. I think he was my guy that I said the other night when we did it, that I think he's one of my surprise guys defensively because I think he's going to come and I think he's going to have double-digit sacks this year because he's on a contract year. Like, I believe that. I believe Derek Barnett puts up like a double-digit sacks this year.
I hope so. He should. I mean, I was a defensive lineman, and he what we call bend, and he called running the circle. Like, so you run the circle as you to get to the quarterback, and he bends crazy. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anybody who can turn the corner like he can. But he's got to perform. He had a hell of a lot of hurries. Those hurries and those pressures, they count more. They count, right? You know what I mean? They count. Like, sacks, obviously, we see as fans is the number. We want to see the sacks. We want to see 10, 12, 15 sacks. But those hurries and pressures, they're huge. And he bends around the corner like people. A lot of people can't bend at his size and his speed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping. You know what I mean? I think I saw another comment somewhere here. I think it was Marky Mark. Marky Mark's talking a lot of shit, man. You need to join, bro. Just get on. Just try it for a month. It's $10 a month. You know what I mean? And I promise you, I'm going to hit. And I don't even get promises out. It's hard to promise wins. It's hard to guarantee wins. But I'm telling you, over time, over the weeks, trust me, bro, we're winning. We're winning for sure.
It's hilarious that Derek Barnett can get double-digit sacks, guys. That's hilarious that a first-round fucking pick that Jay, you were probably one of the guys, Jason. I would love to go back and know this, that thought that it was a reincarnation of Reggie White. So I mean, to say that he can't have double-digit sacks, I think is unfair. Talent-wise, he could. Can he stay on sides? Can he stay healthy? That's a different conversation. You got to remember, Jay, there's an extra game added on. There's an extra game to the year. That makes everything uptick. That makes guys going over 1,000 yards running backs easier. That makes 10 more catches a year easier. It does this for everybody. Everybody's numbers are going to go up. Everybody's numbers are going to be a little inflated with an extra game. I'm not saying a lot inflated, but you're talking about not even a sack a football game, guys. Not even a sack a football game. Literally 10 games you have to show up and find a quarterback. All right, when you have that skill set that he has to be able to go get the quarterback, you have a good chance of maybe running into that with the kind of defensive front that you play with. But the question of Derek Barnett hasn't been talent. Can Derek Barnett stay on the football field? That's been the question of Derek Barnett. Just to confirm this with the people. It's never been a talent thing with Derek Barnett. It's can Derek Barnett play enough goddamn snaps?
Yep.
Hey, Ryan, drop that membership link for my man San 8.
Already done.
That. My man. I appreciate you. Ryan, you're always on the fucking ball, dog.
It should be in the comment, pinned to the top of the comments too, fam. If anybody wants to join throughout the show, so you can just go in there, go to the pinned comment, and click on the link right there as well.
How many people we got watching right now?
83 total.
83 people. Can I get 83 people to join this membership?
Facebook might not have 83. Facebook, we have 77.
77?
And we only have 50 likes. So first off, you guys are fucking pissing me off. All right. Fuck with algorithms. Gonna need you to pound that like right now. All right. It's Eagles. It's Eagles. Subscribe. You're not subscribed yet? Then what the fuck are you doing? Hit the subscribe button.
Right.
You got a lot of things to do tonight, people. You got a lot of goddamn things to do. And when you're done all that, become a member and win your money back 10 times. All right? 10 times.
Tom, we haven't said this in a couple weeks,
but do you want to be great today?
Some people don't want to.
It's clear.
That's clear. I agree. That's clear. We don't want to be
a
great
bitch.
today. We're going overtime. Tom hit us in the chat. What did you say, Tom? We're looking at a show, probably like 8:30, 10:30.
Yeah, break it.
3 minutes over, man. You got to pay me more to do this shit, man. We're going overtime for y'all.
I'm playing the jet skis beat me up today. You know what I mean?
Come on.
Did the hitch fall off today? Fell into the water.
Oh.
On the turn.
But you didn't kick somebody, did you?
Actually saved her life, I feel like, even though she was wearing a life jacket. Like as soon as we both fell,
and we got a new member.
Hey, my man San. Hey, I like you, bro. Appreciate it.
Welcome.
Now we need 84 more people, or 83 or 80 more people to join. Let's go.
And we will acknowledge you all tonight if you
Let's
join.
go. Can we get all 80 people to join the membership right tonight? I told you. I swept the plays on Sunday. If you don't believe it, ask anybody in the membership. It doesn't matter if I lost the week before or even the week before that. I still came back. We swept the play Sunday, plus $600-700, man. Not a lie. Check the video. Check the record. Check the credibility. I've been doing this a long time. Even if you just seeing me on here or going back to Money Pop Podcast, check it out. You see Ralph talking. You see Ralph jamming. Real fucking talk. You see the hashtag. Let's fucking go, man. I can go for another hour or so. Let's go.
Nate, so you were asking earlier what the odds were. You said you were going to find the odds for those 4 players. I had the MVP, the offensive rookie of the year, defensive.
Yeah.
Frank actually pulled them up for me, and he sent them to me.
These were from DraftKings, by the way.
Yeah.
So
Frank B always undercutting me, man. He's a funny guy.
I know you got to talk to him.
I try to sometimes. You know,
it's ridiculous.
So fam, I have, and this is subject to change before the next couple weeks, obviously, but right now I've got Stafford as my prediction to win regular season MVP. He's plus 1,800 right now.
Wow.
In the odds.
That's such a favorable bet, man.
I know.
Yeah, I might put $1 down.
But see, the problem is he's got to throw for 5,000 yards. And
if I put $1 down, how much am I making, Nate?
$180.
Yeah, $180.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Wait, for $1?
For $1
on 1,800, it's 18.
Yes,
$18.
It's 18. Yeah. $10 it'll bring you 180.
10. Sorry, most people don't bet with $1, Frank. That's on me.
Yeah, $10.
Just having a zero around.
I mean, how many members out there? I mean, I can give you these picks. I can give you MVP. We can do. I gave you a free pick already. I gave you free money today already. What did I say? 2-team teaser, KC and Buffalo plus 124 for them to win the division. Just the division, not playoffs, not the whole like AFC division. Just to win the division. Come on, man.
I've got Najee Harris, offensive rookie of the year.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Ralphie. What did you want? I'm sorry. You want to?
It's always going to be a quarterback. It's tough for a running back to win. Like for Najee to win the rookie of the year, he's got to have like at least
2,000 yards.
Like he's got to be in at least top 3 in rushing, and then he's got to have double digits.
Yeah, I agree.
The only reason why I don't have a quarterback, Nate, it's because I love Fields, but for some reason Chicago, I guess, doesn't want to win this year, even though they had a good enough roster to make the playoffs 2 out of the last 3 years. So Chicago, literally fire yourselves. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Did they say that Dalton's starting? Because I've seen starters.
He is their starter.
Well, I think that tells you they're trying to win. I think that tells you the opposite. Then they're like, you're talking about a rookie QBs. You know, how many of them guys go to the playoffs?
And not even that. You already saw the hit, right? He's still green.
He got
right. He can talk. He can talk all he wanted. He can talk all about the speed, but he got fucking smoked when that blitz come. Because remember, preseason they don't do much.
Is Andy Dalton better than Mitchell Trubisky?
Oh yes.
And what's been
everybody's better than Mitchell Trubisky. Everybody in this panel is better than Mitchell Trubisky.
That's not even a question. That doesn't deserve an answer. The answer is yes. So, and it's not that everybody's better than him. Andy Dalton is clearly better quarterback.
Where is Mitch at?
As a starter,
Buffalo.
with reps with the number one offense. He didn't do that in Dallas. He didn't get reps with their number one offense, and their defense was atrocious last year. Andy Dalton gives the Chicago Bears for this year a better chance to win. Now, win what? Nothing. But make the playoffs? Sure. Save a job? Sure. That's as far as they can go. I mean, this team went to the playoffs with Mitchell Trubisky as a starter. So, I mean, you got to assume when they get a little bit better quarterback play that they can go to the playoffs with Andy Dalton. I'm not crowning Andy Dalton, but I understand if you're trying to win and save your job, the only way Justin Fields coming out and playing well, but you not making the playoffs doesn't save your job. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't save your job. Coach get fired all over the league when that happens and you win 5 games, right? But your young quarterback looks great. They get fired all the time. So that's all. They're trying to save their job over there. That's what they're trying.
That's fair just because we haven't necessarily seen it in Philadelphia, but we hear it all the time. It's that, okay, say they threw Fields out there, but they didn't win. Well, of course they're not going to blame the rookie. They're going to blame the coach.
Oh, yeah. Because we're going to get somebody else in here. This is enough of Matt Nagy's crew.
Yes.
Nagy's not going nowhere, though. I think they like Nagy.
I think Nagy stinks.
Well, they might like him. I just think that I'm not telling you that Fields is going to have that Andy Dalton's career is going to be better than Justin Fields' career. I'm not going there or telling you any of that. I'm saying what gives the Chicago Bears the best chance to win this year is Andy Dalton. Just this year. It's hard for rookies to come in, man. It's hard.
Yeah, it always is.
And that's why, Nate, I didn't go with a quarterback just because Lawrence, he's going to be very good, but horrible situation. I mean, that offensive line is horrible. Like, it's going to be I hate.
And he just lost his running back too.
Oh yeah, yep. And that whatever the
more of their cowbell per se, but yeah, losing a guy you're comfortable with in ETN doesn't help a team that won 2 games or one last year or whatever.
Let me see what's the updated offensive rookie of the years right now. Give me a sec.
And where's Devontae Smith in that?
So Lawrence is 350, Fields is 500, Wilson is 650, Trey Lance is plus 700, Harris is plus 900, Mac Jones is 1,000, Kyle Pitts is 1,100, and Smith is plus 2,000. And that top 8 I just gave you. So Lawrence is
throw 100 on Devontae Smith, people. Just go throw a honeycomb on Devontae Smith.
You know who I like there, man? Out of all those kind of players, we got Fields, we got Will. Fields is not going to start the season, right? Wilson's going to start the season, and Lawrence is going to start the season. So when you think about it, what's their chances of success? Lance is not starting the season, right? Not Garoppolo.
Garoppolo.
No, I know Garoppolo. Shanahan. Shanahan's already come out and said that Garoppolo's starting. Like he's our starting quarterback.
But that goes to my Andy Dalton, Justin Fields thing too, right, Nate? Same thing.
Roster's good enough. They just need that guy there.
The Niners think they can win.
Yep.
So they're like, okay, we're not going to do this yet.
Right. Exactly. The Niners think they're going to win. So he's not going to have the games that he needs to win. And then you got Kyle Pitts. We don't know. Supposed to be a stud, Philly guy. Shout out to Philly as always. And then you got, Devontae Smith is in there. But Mac Jones is really interesting with Cam going out at plus 1,000.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Plus 2,000 for a guy that's going to be on the field all the time.
Yeah, but you got Hurts throwing on the ball.
It's just so hard for a wide receiver to put up enough numbers. Yeah, I completely agree with you on the odds.
I like Jones here, man. Jones 10-1, and I think Jesse Davis.
That's very rare.
He's got the best situation. He's got the best coach. Well, one of the best coach, Hall of Fame coach.
Did Devontae Smith catch 80-plus balls this year? That's my question for everybody.
No.
In 17 games?
He's under.
He only has to average 50. He only has to have 58 yards per game to reach 1,000, which has never been done by an Eagles rookie receiver.
He gets
Would've went
he
rookie
gets
of the year,
over
I think.
1,000, but he's still under 80 catches, in my opinion. So
I just think the value is worth the play betting wise. Like I think the value of plus 2,000 for a guy who's always the second or third guy looked at. Think about that for a second. His whole career, this is what he's been. He's been that guy overlooked by all these other guys, and he won the Heisman versus all these other guys. That's all I'm saying to everybody out there. He is the most pro-ready guy in this draft. This is why we had this conversation, Greg. Remember all those weeks, right? All those weeks about who's the most pro-ready guy in this draft was Devontae Smith. He's the most pro-ready guy because he's a great route runner already.
Always
Most young guys like Jamar Chase, they come into the league with great skill, right, and a freak, and then their route running has to get like trimmed up a little bit and cleaned up, right? This guy comes in and that's what he does. And I think that's going to bode well for him early on in this league, unlike a lot of receivers. Same thing with Justin Jefferson last year. Justin Jefferson's knack was this was a great route runner. That's what we knew he could do well, right? We all knew that about him. And what transpired, a great route runner. That's why he was always open. So I just look at Devontae being overlooked his whole career, and he's the type of guy plus 2,000. I think it's a worthy, like, hey, maybe throw $10 on it. You know what I mean? Maybe throw a 50 spot on it because I think the value's there.
yeah, I get what you're saying, but the problem is that he can't throw himself the ball, right?
True.
He doesn't throw himself the ball. So
and that's why I went to Najee too, just because we know, and I'm not saying Najee, even though I think we all think Najee's going to be pretty damn good in this
What's
league for a long
Najee?
time. His odds.
Yeah,
Najee was plus 900.
that's great odds too. I mean, I would fucking throw.
Yeah.
I would
What?
go 500 on that.
Yeah, but for a rookie running back to win, like I was saying, he's got to be top 3 in rushing, and he's got to be at least double-digit touchdowns.
Well, who
And
your
with
top
Ben
3?
back there, you got to think Ben's going to still throw for over 4,000 yards.
Nah, they love running that ball though.
Nate.
Yeah.
Who are the top 5 running backs in football right now? Who? Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook,
Derrick Henry.
Sorry.
Maybe Zeke.
After 3, it becomes a lot of unknown shit. It becomes. Is Saquon healthy? Is Zeke?
Oh,
Zeke?
Kamara.
Yeah. I'll put him in top 5. Absolutely. You know what I mean? He's 4. He's 4 there. You can put him 4. Who's 5th?
Maybe Jones, Nick Chubb. I'm just naming guys. I'm not sure.
These are all really good running backs.
I'll give
Really
you the
good.
odds right now. Most rushing yards in this upcoming season. We got Derrick Henry at 1, Dalvin Cook, Christian McCaffrey, Nick Chubb, Jonathan Taylor, and Joe Mixon, Anthony Gibson, Barkley, Aaron Jones, Zeke, and then you see Harris. So Harris is at 11.
I'm like this with all these.
Joe Mixon is the most overrated friggin' player in the league.
It's
he
volume.
stinks.
It's volume for Mixon. It's just volume for Mixon. He's
Who
all
won it last year? Herbert.
Yeah, just because he shattered everything. Yeah, like
He's a
4,000. He had over 4,000 yards with nobody.
I'm just saying because Cam went out, Jones has the most upside of all those players.
He's not starting week 1 though.
You don't. I
only
think
up for
starting
3.
week 1, like what Cam's out? What 4 or 5 games or something like that?
No, he's out 2. He's out 5 days.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry, 4 or 5 days.
Yeah,
but so if Jones comes out in week 3 and shines,
Okay.
I'm thinking they're going to go with Jones. I think they sprinkle Cam in there. They don't take Cam completely out because Cam can always hurt you with his legs. So they'll use Cam in that kind of wildcat thing, but at the same, and goal line, right? We know how Cam is at the goal line, but I think Mac Jones starts the year, bro. I really do, and I don't agree with it because I think Cam has shown enough in the preseason where he can start and he should be starting. But the fact that he's not practicing, he's not playing, and they get another look at Jones, I think they're going to like what Jones can do. Even though Cam can play from the pocket, Jones is obviously a pocket passer, from the jump. He's no legs, right? And at 10-1, with some of those other players around the offensive, Jacksonville's not going to be good. Nope. The Jets are not going to be good. Nope. They might put up some kind of numbers, but they're still not going to be good. You got to think Jones is going to be in there because you got to think New England is going to be somewhat good. maybe 500. And if Jones can lead them to 500 at 10-1 odds, I like Najee, but Najee has to do a lot more than Jones has to. Jones has to hit 3,500 to 4,000 yards passing and maybe 25 or more touchdowns to get that award. And in 17 games, it's not that hard.
I just think at the end of the day, Nate, if there's a running back to come in his rookie year, that's going to be in one of the better positions. I understand the offensive line is a bit of a concern there. I understand that they have a ton of receiving weapons. I know that they're probably going to want to get everything out of Big Ben, out of his last handful of years there. I get that. Sure. But given what they did with obviously the running backs from a handful of years ago, and how that kind of also like the Rams offense, to where that offense lives and dies based off of the run to then set up the pass, I think just based off of how good Najee Harris is and is going to be, if there's a running back that's going to come in there and just change the outlook of how you look at the offensive rookie of the year mark, because you're right, it's usually like the MVP, it's usually a quarterback's driven title, award. I just think Najee Harris is that guy. I think he's in a great situation for it. I think that offense has been desperate for it ever since, obviously, why am I blanking on his freaking name? Thank you. Is he even on a team also? Is he even on a team right now? Le'Veon?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
So how the mighty have fallen. They've been so desperate since Le'Veon in that like brief stint of James Conner that they're going to be like, oh,
he looks like trash, by the way. I saw James Conner play.
Oh, he can't stay healthy anymore. He's a shell of himself.
Yeah, he looks like trash. The only thing I could think about Najee that would work if he has over 2,000 all-purpose. That to me, that's off. Like for a running back to win the offensive rookie of the year, he has to shine like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like he really has to shine, and it's tough. It's tough for running
back. What up, Scooby Snack?
I'm trying to think. I'm about to Google it now. When's the last running back that won the rookie of the year? Is it Ricky? That's the only thing I can think of.
Did Saquon win it? I mean, Najee has 15 touchdowns. If he has 15 touchdowns, he's winning the rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Rookie, well, didn't Josh Jacobs won it the 1 year, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, because people were trying to say Miles should have won.
It was him and Miles.
Jacobs. Yeah, Jacobs.
Yeah, it was him and Miles. Yeah,
2 years ago.
It was Josh Jacobs.
Saquon last won it.
Yeah,
and what was Josh Jacobs? Was it
Josh Jacobs?
Was that offensive rookie of the year? Josh Jacobs won something, Frank.
So Herbert, Murray, and then
Saquon,
and then
Alvin Kamara,
Calvin, Prescott, Gurley. So we got some running backs in there. So let's look at Barkley's 2018 year. So 2018 came in the league.
Monster year. Yeah, that's why I said he was rookie of the year. That's why.
Yeah. But I'm trying to think, what did he do in 18?
That's what it was.
He had 13 touchdowns. He had 13. He had 1,300 yards, 11 touchdowns. He had 91 receptions. He played all 16 games, 720 yards receiving, and 4 touchdowns. So he had over 2,000 yards all-purpose, and he had 15 total touchdowns. Can Najee do that? I'm not sure. 91 receptions and 721 receptions. Yo, that's insane.
But this is the difference, though. He might rush for 1,500 yards. This is the difference. Well, he might go for 1,500 yards. He might only have 50 catches, but I'm telling you, he's going to have 15 touchdowns.
And Nate, remember this too. One more game.
Tomlin wants to run the football. Mike Tomlin's a little old school too. I feel like Mike Tomlin been begging for a cowbell. As soon as
they're desperate.
Offense, Le'Veon looked like a goat. James Conner, before the injuries, looked like he could do it all too. You know, so their offense is suitable for him to me, because Najee catches the ball out of the backfield way better than people think he does for a big guy.
No. I don't think so. I think he's good. But here, hold on.
Not Saquon out of the backfield. Don't get me wrong.
Here's Kamara. Kamara had 728 yards, 8 touchdowns. He had 81 receptions and 826 receiving yards, 5 touchdowns, and then he had 11 returns, 347 yards. He had 1 touch. So he had 15 for close to 2,000 yards all-purpose, and then he had 5, 13, 14, and he had 14 total touchdowns. So that's what we're talking about. Harris has to get close to 2,000 yards all-purpose and at least 14 to 15 touchdowns. Can he do that in that offense? I just don't know if he's going to get the receiving. You're right. He can get the rushing yards. He can get well over 1,000, 1,200 might be the ceiling. 1,300 might even be Pro Bowl level. 8 to 10 touchdowns. But is he going to get the receiving? From what I'm seeing from these running backs that win Rookie of the Year, and I'm going back to even Gurley in his rookie year, and I'm even going back, like they balled out from receiving. Gurley had rookie year, 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns, and then he only had 20. We know Gurley out the backfield is not the greatest, so might have been a different year. 2015, we're in going in 2021. 6 years ago, the league was a little bit different, so he was a bell cow. He didn't even play all 16 games, to believe it or not. When he played 13 games and started 12, so he still won. He still won the award. But yeah, man, and giving back going to Eddie Lacy, going in his rookie year, I'm looking at it right now, 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns, 35 receptions. You know what I mean? So he's got to pick up. Regardless, he's got to put up numbers. Crazy, Eddie Lacy's not even in the league. That's insane.
No, he ate his way out of the league.
He's not even in the league. He's been in the league for like 4 years, it looks like. That's crazy. 81 people or 85, 80, whatever, 70. Yo, did y'all sign up for the goddamn fucking membership? Let's go. Can we get 10? We got 50, 60, 70 people in here. Can we get 10 people to sign up? Jesus. Let's go, man.
Hey, we have 4 more. Come on. We have 4 more. 5 pieces on.
I mean, just for the month, fellas. Or ladies that are out there, just for the month. $9.99. Not weekly, not bi-weekly. A month. $9.99 a month. Way less than you pay for a bottle of I don't know. Is Vladimir $7.99? Still $7.99? We all remember Vlad, right? Or E and J, E's and Jesus. Come on. $9.99, man. Let's go.
Somebody asked earlier, each of us give our biggest surprise team in the NFL this year. Ralphie?
Trying to think. Biggest surprise team.
Mine's the Philadelphia Eagles.
You would say that.
I have to say it.
Go to bed.
I'm trying.
Go to bed.
I am going to bed. It's been a great show. You boys have fun. But I'm going Eagles, surprise team, because nobody has them. Nobody has them where I think they can be. So that'll be mine. A lot of other teams that can pull that off. The Jets with 5 wins, that could be a surprise. All right, boys.
Tommy, see you, brother.
Sign up for the memberships, you assholes.
Yeah, right. Call them assholes for sure.
Later, boys.
See you, brother.
Ridiculous. I'm going San Fran.
Okay.
Nobody believes in Jimmy G. So
I'm going the Rams.
Surprise how? Because I think everyone expects them to be good, right?
Super Bowl contender. Surprise.
Okay. I personally wouldn't say that's a surprise because I'm right there with you, but sure. I just thought everyone was like, oh, the Rams are going to be really good.
I mean, I have the Rams making the playoffs. I mean,
they should be. I mean, the only team in the league. They got 299 players on defense. Like,
I have, like, spoiler alert for next week. I have the Rams making the Super Bowl. So, like, I'm obviously high, but that's me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe people are lower on them.
I think Stafford's that good. I think people underrate Stafford. Yep. We got to see what this run game looks like. We definitely got to see what this run game looks like. Especially when Michelle coming in late, right? He's only got a week to actually understand the playbook. But just like Shanahan, I can't believe it. The coach is leaving my head. What's the coach there?
McVay.
Yeah, McVay. So one of the best young coaches in the league, if not the best young coach in the league. People might have him between him and Shanahan. So it's gonna be tough to beat the Rams. You know, what I mean, they got a lot of talent on that team. And people forget D-Jack is on. I forgot D-Jack wasn't even on that team.
Yeah,
he was wide receiver 3, maybe. You know what I mean, on that team. Like he's got some juice left. He's going to be, you know what I mean, and he's always played with a chip on his shoulder, right?
Especially going home too.
Play with it. Yeah, he's at home. He's in LA. You know what I mean? He's going to try and show off. And Stafford is no slouch. Stafford's as tough as they come. Wouldn't be surprised if he throw for over 450 yards. 4,500 yards.
Frank, did you go?
I did not go.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I talked too much, fellas.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. You know what? I Jesse has it right there. I'm gonna go with the San Diego, Los Angeles Chargers. I think I'm gonna go with Herbert. You know, I don't think he's gonna go into a sophomore slump. You know, with another first-year head coach in Brandon Staley, right?
Yep.
All right, Brandon Staley, and surprisingly enough, he is one of the favorites to win Coach of the Year, which is probably rare for a first-year head coach. But I do have the Chargers going into the playoffs, along with the Kansas City Chiefs representing the West.
Don't get to that, Frank. That's next week.
I know. Spoiler alert, I have them in the playoffs. But that's who I got.
And Ralphie, who did you say?
I'm going to go with the Raiders as a surprise team.
Making the playoffs?
Correct.
I will go my surprise team to make the playoffs. I'll go Carolina. They're not winning the division, but wild card.
Sam Darnold have a good year then.
He's got a ton of weapons. You know what I'm saying? He just needs to be good. That defense, they've gotten a lot better, obviously.
No love for Indy. No love for Indy.
For Indy,
is that a surprise? Would you guys consider Indy a surprise?
No, I mean I don't have them winning the division. I have the Titans being the second best team in the conference. But no, I wouldn't say it's I would say they're expected to win, or at least get in the playoffs, right?
Yeah. I have the Colts as a potential playoff team.
Now give me one surprise team in the negative realm of things. One team that's going to be surprisingly bad.
Birds. Nobody wants to say it. I'll say it.
Nate, it wouldn't be a surprise to me, brother.
Birds.
Surprisingly bad.
It's just because of this fan base. We're so optimistic. We want to love and we want to believe that they win. But no. Birds.
I'm gonna go Dolphins. I think Tua stinks. I think they're gonna have a lower pick than we will. I think we're gonna have like the 12th pick in the draft, and I think we're gonna get theirs, and they're gonna have like the 7th pick in the draft.
Arizona.
I like that one too, Greg.
Good call.
I like that one a lot.
And it's a shame because I like Kyler.
I think he might have peaked. I feel like he might have peaked.
Maybe should have gone to baseball.
Is there still time?
There's always time for athletes like that.
Yeah, always time for that.
Yeah.
Damn, Molly Mall said Tampa Bay. You're out of your mind. They're fucking voted, bro.
What?
No.
Tom doesn't lose, B. He just doesn't lose. I don't care if you like him or you hate him or you wish he was dead. They just don't lose.
People got to remember, Tampa Bay sucked for like half the season last year, and they ended up winning the Super Bowl. Remember everyone was saying, they're an embarrassment. Bruce Arians is going to get fired. Yeah, they ended up winning the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. So they weren't
Baltimore. I like Todd Walmart's Baltimore. I think that.
Yeah, Baltimore's a good one.
A little bit sneaky.
I'm gonna go Tennessee.
Tennessee. Ryan.
Wow.
How do you feel about that?
Frank, for the 5th time every single year, the Titans were my team when Mariota was there. Mariota, I don't even know if he's on a team anymore.
I think he's with the Raiders.
Still with the Raiders, I think.
Yeah.
So the Raiders might be my team now.
He won a couple games with the Raiders.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
No.
Pretty good.
I didn't say that. But he won a couple games.
Who else didn't go?
Frank? I did not go. My team will be the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, wow.
So I guess Najee's not winning offensive rookie.
Yeah, I think the Steelers take a step back, and I think what we saw at the tail end of last season is probably a sign of things where they're going to be in the race early on in the season, but they're probably going to pan out to Cleveland and Baltimore as the postseason arrives.
Interesting.
What's up, Kid Savage? Nate, did you go?
I said the Birds. That was the first one when it was quiet. Nobody wanted to say anything.
Crickets.
Birds. So that's Birds.
Last thing, because I want to save a lot. Like, fam, just so you know, programming alert next week. We've got our prediction show, our NFL full prediction show and everything. It's not my favorite show of the year because we have a lot of draft shows and those are my favorite. But the non-draft shows, it's one of the best. So we're going to save like who we have winning in each division, the records and all that stuff. But just based off of time, because obviously, you know, a handful of us have been doing this for a while, like it usually goes long. So I don't know if we'll have time for it next week. I know I gave mine, but like real quick, run through everybody's MVP, offensive rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year, coach of the year, and then
I don't even have those.
Well, it's no notes, ladies and gentlemen. Even though I have full notes here with all my picks, but don't just ignore that.
But then you showed it.
Yeah. So it's fine. Just here, go
on. My MVP, obviously I think I've said it a bunch of times. Matt Stafford for me. He is a pimp. Nate sung his praises a couple minutes ago. I've always been a Matt Stafford guy. He's just always been in just a terrible situation. So there's no better time to see if it was, and it was never Matt Stafford's fault. But now is the time to see how much Detroit really ruined that poor guy. Offensive rookie of the year. Go ahead and give me Zach Wilson.
Ooh, really?
I just think he's one of the guys that's going to play most of the year, so he's going to put up numbers.
And you got a money pot shirt on. What's going on here? Listen to me. I got you.
Well, coach of the year, I don't care about coach of the year. They all stink. And what was the last one? Defensive player of the year?
Yep.
Derwin James.
You don't want rookies, right?
Defensive rookie of the year.
Oh, defensive rookie. Oh,
well, that'd be
year.
impressive if Derwin James got
Derwin's definitely not a rookie.
I was gonna say, is he doing a Ben Simmons?
Yeah,
Ben Simmons rookie year.
He might still classify. Jeez, he hasn't played.
I love the silence, by the way. It's like, who's gonna tell him? Everyone looked at the screen like, Derwin James that came out in the draft
like 3 years ago. Who's this guy?
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Just say our guy Surtain. Or wait, was Surtain your guy? I feel like
I was bought in on Surtain.
Or no, it should be Parson for you. That's your guy, right?
Yeah, but then I don't want to have to root for him though.
You don't have to root for him. It's just you're putting money on him. See, Red Sand understands, even though I think Red Sand's a Cowboys fan. So, Tom says it too.
Yeah, I mean it's close. I'm gonna go J.C. Horn just to be different.
I know a couple people that are running around right now. It's a good pick though, Greg. That's a solid pick.
Kind of like Derwin James.
A couple years ago, I had the money. Ralphie.
MVP for me is going to be Patrick Mahomes. Rookie of the year is going to be Trevor Lawrence. Defensive player of the year is going to be Michael Parsons. And coach of the year, let's see. Let's do Cliff. Cliff out there in Arizona.
Cliffy
Kingsburg. Yeah.
Cliffy
do
Coo.
sofa.
I mean, he could just easily win it by just winking at the judges, and he'll get it.
Correct.
So,
Ralphie, you'll be losing some money on that one.
Correct.
And Red saying, I'm sorry. I didn't. Are you not a Cowboys fan? I don't know. Jesus.
He came hot. That's.
yeah.
I mean, I did
Get
call
him,
him
Red Sand.
I mean, I did
call him
call
a Cowboys fan.
Yes. Listen, I get it.
I think you owe him an apology.
Oh, Jesus, Tom.
Jesus.
Frank.
For my MVP, I'm going to go with Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills.
I like it.
My rookie of the year on the offense, I'm going to go, who? Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. My defensive.
I don't get the who.
Yeah, just.
Then again, it's
11
Frank,
o'clock.
so I might not get it.
Yo, Greg, shut up. Let Frank do his thing. Okay?
I just wanted to be in on it. Like
That's a money pot pit problem.
No, Greg,
You know what I mean?
Greg,
Greg.
you should know this. If Frank said it, you don't want to be in on it.
Yeah, Greg, just let Frank go.
Proceed. I apologize.
My defensive rookie of the year, I'm going to go with Micah Parsons.
That's all I had.
Well, it's okay to pick the same people, Ralph. And my coach of the year, this is a tough one. Man.
Oh, Jesus, Frank, you said you were ready.
I know I was ready. But it's a tough one for the coach of the year. Give
Urban Meyer.
me no. You know what? Give me.
Mine's Mike Vrabel, if anyone's wondering. Also, I didn't give that.
And I'm not going with Mike Vrabel.
I don't want you
to
to.
COVID.
Just pick a name, Frank. There's 32 of them.
I know
Got a
there's
lot of
32
options.
of
Well,
them.
no, you only have-
you want give me the hoodie then.
Rock, paper, scissors.
That's who I picked.
Give me the hoodie. You guys are funny, man.
I agree, Todd. I mean, I don't agree, but I don't have a choice. It just kind of happens.
Yeah,
Just like
things
Frank,
happen.
right, man. People talking too much shit.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think it's the perfect amount, to be honest, Nate.
Yeah, it is.
Perfect
It is.
amount.
It is. It gets getting to the late hours. I love the people are still on. I'm assuming that we're 50 or something. I keep seeing Tom pop up. He just can't let go. He should have just stayed the fuck on, right? Like you should have just stayed. You're gonna comment, Tom. You should have just stayed the. And how are you a member? Are you paying? Are you a paying member?
Yeah, he
Or
is.
is that just an owner type deal?
Nah, he's
We
in.
gotta have words, Tom. We gotta have words. So these are not official money pot picks, but just gun to my head type picks. I like Ralph's pick with Patty Mahomes, especially with that injury to the running back. You got to think he's going to be throwing it a lot more than usual. And I'm going with my man Frank. Man, I like the Mac Jones pick. We talked about it a lot earlier.
Who?
Mac
Who?
Jones.
Mac Jones. Who?
Mac Jones.
You guys got to get with the times back in the 90s if you don't know about that, if you're younger. Taylor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Zach Wilson. I mean, Zach, but they got to win games, right? He can throw for whatever, but if they're not winning, I don't think he's going to get the attention. Trey Lance is not going to start. Najee Harris has a shot, but he's got to put up unreal numbers for a rookie to do it. So I think Mac Jones is actually a dark horse pork. And even Devontae Smith, man, if he can get close to double-digit touchdowns and over 1,000 yards, you know, it's definitely possible. And in 17 games, definitely possible. I think that what Tom said, put $10 on it, win $200. You know, could be a nice little play. Like I said, not money pot plays. I haven't really looked at these yet, but defensive rookie of the year, looking at it right now. I'm not sure Parsons starting. Is Parsons starting? Because they got three linebackers right there. They got who they got?
Lee.
Smith.
No, Lee
And-
retired.
Oh
Lee
yeah,
D
retired.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Lee-
right. I forgot.
Smith.
and then
Van Resch and Parsons.
yeah. So
Then they parse.
you know, Parsons might not have even starting. That's a tough one, man. I think defense of the rookie year is going to be somebody we don't even know out of the top play. I'm looking at the odds right now. I'm looking at the names right now.
Yeah, like Nate, if you have it in front of you, like read us like the top like 7, like top 6 or 7 on
So
the odds.
Parsons is plus 600. Jamin
Okay.
Davis is plus 750. I don't even know who that is. I don't know who Davis is.
Linebacker.
Yeah, but from
Washington.
oh, okay. Surtain is plus 750. OC Kamarar. I know he's a DN, but I don't know.
Oh, the Browns. Joker.
Okay.
Oh no, camera. Is that Joker?
Oh no. Oh,
Yeah,
you
it's
know what?
Joker. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Joker. Yeah, right.
Okay.
The linebacker from Notre Dame.
Okay.
Plus 900. Then Jalen Phillips is plus 950. Kawit Pay is plus 950.
Quiddy Pay, yeah.
Quiddy Pay. He's a DN, right?
I don't know
He
which.
tackle.
Yeah, he could play both. I don't know.
Yeah,
which
he's a mixed guy.
Yeah.
Zaven Collins is plus 1,300, and J.C. Horn is plus 1,500. And that's the top 8
Okay.
that I just. And then Caleb Farley is plus 1,700. Where's Caleb at? Where's Farley at?
Browns cornerback.
Browns?
No, he's Titans.
I thought he went to the Browns.
I'm looking
Where's
at it.
Horn out? Where's Horn? J.C.
Horn's in
Horn.
Carolina.
Panthers.
DB.
Oh no, you're right, Greg. I was thinking because everyone was saying, "Oh, the Browns stole somebody," but that was Joker. They stole Joker.
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah. The Titans took him to replace Adoree Jackson, who went to the Giants. Okay, we're back.
Since Ryan, since you said his name a couple of times here, I'm going on a limb here. I'm going Joker at plus 900. I'm going Joker because he could get 100. There's no sure thing tackler there, and I remember him from Notre Dame. He was a monster. I'm going Joker at plus 900. Just looking at it as a glance right here. And then we got offensive. That was defensive rookie of the year, defensive player of the year. Ooh.
I mean, I'm sure Aaron Donald's the friggin' favorite.
Yeah, Donald's plus 500. Garrett is plus 6. TJ Watt is plus 750. Bosa is plus 1,100. Young is plus 1,100. Then the other Bosa is plus 1,700. Mack is plus 2,400. Derwin James is plus 3,100. And Wagner is plus 3,100. That's the top 9. And then you got Ramsey, Leonard, Chubb. Who could this be? Who's gonna have a monster year? I'm gonna go with Garrett, Myles Garrett. I'm gonna go plus 600. TJ Watt had a monster year. Was it last year or the year
Last
before?
year.
It was last year, and he still didn't win it.
And he didn't get it.
And he even didn't get it. Donald makes sense. Donald, anything over 15 sacks, Donald is going to get. Bosa's coming off that ACL injury. Not sure what he's going to be. Where's Joey Bosa at? I don't know.
49ers.
Well, one's in
Nick
LA.
Nick is in.
Nick's
Oh, no,
in
I'm
San
sorry.
Fran. Joey's
Nick's in
in.
San Fran. Joe's in
Yeah,
the
there's
Chargers.
San Fran.
The Chargers, right?
Yeah.
And his younger brother and their
Joey's
younger
on the
brother
Chargers.
is coming soon.
Yeah, so Chase Young, I'm not a believer in. Chase Young's got to get over 15 sacks for that even be a possibility. So I'm going to go with Garrett. I think Garrett gets double-digit sacks. I think, damn, man, I do got to stop drinking. Who's the guy from Tennessee that went to the Browns? Why can't I think of his name? Big boy. Never
Clowney.
lived up to the hype.
Jadavian Clowney.
Clowney. Yeah, right. So Clowney is there, and I think that helps Garrett. I think Garrett gets anywhere from 12 to 15 sacks. I think Garrett is a good play here. I really do. They're on a good team, playoff team, Super Bowl aspirations. They're going to win a lot of games. I can see Garrett getting double-digit sacks here. Easily 12 sacks for Garrett on the year. I don't know if that's a career high or not, but I can see him balling out this year. And then
hopefully he doesn't.
Yeah, we forgot comeback player of the year. We got Prescott at plus 200, Barkley at plus 7, Barrows at plus 700, McCaffrey at plus 700, some no-name guy at plus 1,000, Wentz at plus 1,000, Bosa at plus 1,400, Winston. Jameis Winston is on this list for plus 1,500.
This is like I wouldn't be shocked.
Is he on here because of his eyes? Like, what injury does he have for comeback player of the year?
Well, he didn't really play, benched.
Yeah, he didn't play at all last year, really, except for very, very small margins.
And back in the sense of you were just outplayed by a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Garoppolo's plus 1,600. Yeah. Donald's plus 1,700. Von Miller's plus 2,000. And I only go one more. I got Beckham at plus 2,000. It's funny. All these numbers are enticing. All these numbers make sense. But you got to go with Dak here. Even though it's only 2-1, it's still plus EV money. When you understand betting, you understand the smart bet. Make sure on Sundays you come check us out 10:30 at Money Pop Podcast. And we teach you all this stuff in depth. But looking at these numbers, you know, all the numbers are like Barkley, that's plus 700. Yeah, you put $10 to win 70. You know, Burrow, McCaffrey could have a monster year. You know, even Winston, if you believe in the hype and saw what he saw in preseason, kind of makes sense at plus 1,500. You want to go, you know, a lot of people go low risk, high reward. So they're looking for these odds. But getting 2-1 to your money, putting $50 to win 100, putting $25 to win 50. Take the small wins out of all these plays, all these things we've talked about. I'm gonna give you a Money Pop Podcast play here. I like Des Prescott as the comeback player of the year at plus 200. Very slim odds, very low odds. He should play all year, hopefully bearing injury, just like any of these guys. But should be playing all year. Should be putting up big numbers. We're talking about over 4,000 yards, over almost close to 30 touchdowns. He's never had a high lot of picks in his career. I think maybe 12 or even 13 is the highest he's ever had. It's a great ratio. He runs the ball. He gives you rushing touchdown. Take the smart money. Take the win. Plus 200. Dak Prescott. Lock it in. Best bet. I feel like I'm on Sundays, y'all.
I felt like there should have been a sounder right there.
I do have a sounder. I could add it. For those who don't know, when you come on Sundays, and I hope this plays, I think it should play. When you hear this sound, this means this is a best bet. Is it going to play? There we go.
Ah, there we go.
Money. When you hear that music, that means that is a lock play. That means you should go to your sports book wherever you use FanDuel, DraftKings. You got some black market one. I don't care what you do. You run to the casino, put it in right now. Dak Prescott. I know we're Eagles fans, but we're talking about green. And I know we can talk about Eagles, but we're talking about green in terms of money, what we can win. Don't bet with your heart, bet with your head. And right now, if you look at the odds, Dak Prescott has easily the best odds to win. He's on the plus EV side, plus 200, $50 win your 100. Always a double up is always a good win.
For sure.
Take it. Lock it in. Dak Prescott, the win comeback player of the year. And if you want more plays like this, if you want more picks like that, Ryan, drop that link. Jump on the membership plan, $9.99. On Sundays, we talk about this. We break these down. We educate people on what it is in betting. If you're a new bettor, just getting into betting, want to take it to another step, make sure on Mondays you give us a follow, Money Pop Podcast. Look it up on YouTube, or if you follow A2D Radio, you'll see us on Sundays, 10:30.
Anyone else have anything before we head out here?
Get that money.
Get that money.
Let's go.
And
Let's
now
go.
football season's coming on. We don't got to mess with this baseball stuff. You get Nate and the boys,
Money.
giving you Saturday plays, college
go.
football, Sunday
Yeah, week
football.
zero.
We didn't even get into college, bro. We didn't even get into college. We talking about pro. We didn't even get into college. Jesus.
Let's giddy up. Can't wait.
Yeah, we got a lot of exciting things coming the next week. Yeah, next couple weeks, everybody. Not only on this show, but just everything going forward. We got our fantasy football live draft show coming up in a couple weeks. Obviously, stay tuned next week. You should be tuned in all the shows, first off. And if you're not, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and of course, you got to hit the notification bell. That way, half the hard work's already done for you. Like, you don't even have to go look. Oh, is A2D live? You literally get a thing. Boom. Boom.
Yes.
They text you. We text you.
But we probably are.
But yes, we probably are. Yes. The answer is yes. If it's nighttime and if it's a day of the week, yes. The answer is yes.
Yeah, we're live almost every day, and I'm looking at these these comments, man. The only thing that scares me about the dad pick is he might get hurt. Well, anybody can get hurt, Jesse. You know what I mean? It's football. You know what I mean? You know, saying I'll see you Sunday, man. Make sure you tune in. Follow us on Money Pop Podcast or ATD Radio. You'll get the notification if you like, subscribe. You'll see us regardless. You know what I mean? I swept the week on Sunday. We're good. I'm selling the membership. Why? Because it paid for itself, right? I'm not one of those guys that just show you the wins. You're with me with the losses and the wins. And I'm winning more than I'm losing. That's the key. It's the longevity of it. Yes, you sign up. Yes, you sign up for the membership. You're looking for that instant satisfaction of winning right away, right? And I'm hoping to win you right away. It's not like I'm not giving you plays. I'm not putting my own money on it. I'm putting my own money on it. And I'm going to start showing my plays. I'm going to start showing my tickets just to prove with you that I'm riding with you. It's not me just like, oh, this guy's good. Oh, Wheeler was on the deck tonight. He should win. Oh, we got a game tonight. Tom Brady's throwing the football. No, we break down how to bet. It's not just looking at the games and just looking on paper. Dallas is great on paper, so they should win the game. Oh, they're playing so-and-so. We're not doing that, right? We're breaking it down. Make sure on Sundays you follow us. If you don't follow us on YouTube on Money Pop Podcast, make sure you just hit the notification button so you understand what we're doing. We're trying to teach you how to win money. It's just another avenue. It's like teaching stocks. Like I can teach stocks like I can teach bets. You know what I mean? Look at Ralph's hat. It says it. Real fucking talk. Real fucking talk. I'm not lying to you. Check the record. If you don't believe me, go to Money Pop Podcast, whether it be Twitter, whether it go be YouTube, whether it be damn, who the fuck is calling me at 11:30 at night? I'm married. Oh, it's my wife. Oh, she's telling me to shut the fuck up. I'm too loud. People are asleep. It's 11:30 at night. I'm sorry. I just get hyped when we talk about this because I'm really passionate about this, and I want y'all to understand that I do this for real. Check the record. I'm not bullshitting you. Go to follow me on YouTube. Go follow me on Instagram. Go follow me on Twitter. Go follow A2DD Radio on all social media models. Everything above. You'll see the record. You'll see the tickets. I got nothing else more to say, man. I gotta stop talking because she's gonna come down here and kick my ass. I'm sorry. People are really sleeping upstairs. They got shit to do.
Fam, I'll end it with this so Nate doesn't get in trouble. Stay tuned. Every show on A2D. Stay tuned for us next week, obviously. We've got one of our biggest shows of the year, and that's the NFL prediction show. We're going to be giving you all the records, all the division winners. We're going to be giving out who we think the two teams are going to the AFC title game, two teams that are going to the NFC title game. We're going to give you the two teams that are going to the Super Bowl, giving you everything. Any questions you have, we're going to give you all the predictions, all the previews possible, anything you want for the NFL season next week. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Like I said, stay tuned for all the shows. You got Birds of a Feather tomorrow night, continuing with this football discussion, continuing with this Eagles discussion. Obviously, you got Money Pop Podcast, as Nate said, on Sundays. You got every friggin' show. I mean, you have the whole lineup. And like I said, if you don't know the lineup, it's very easy. Just hit the notification bell. That way you don't have to know the lineup. It's just, A2D's live? Cool. I'll figure it out. I'll check it out. Shout out to everybody who's been watching this, obviously, which is only going to be like a 2-hour show, but say we went overtime. So shout out to everybody. Also shout out to our sponsors, especially our main sponsor every single Wednesday, and that's the Sunrise Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. If you need help or if you know anyone who needs help, please call 856-651-8117. That's 856-651-8117. Also, the sponsor that brings us the poll question every single week. Also, the main sponsor, Hockey Happy Hour, which, by the way, everyone was wondering. People were messaging us saying, "Oh, why is Hockey Happy Hour on Tuesdays?" They're going to be on Tuesday nights every single week going forward. So make sure everyone looking tomorrow, because they're usually following Birds of a Feather. If you're waiting for Birds of a Feather and then Hockey Happy Hour tomorrow, you're just getting Birds of a Feather on Thursdays now. So go back. If you missed Hockey Happy Hour yesterday with the guys, make sure you stay tuned for that, not only last night, but all Tuesdays going forward. But they are obviously brought to you by bodycheckwellness.com, promo code A2D. Use it for not 20%, but 25% off your order. Shout out to them. Shout out to all you guys. What is Todd saying? I'm going to answer this because Todd's our guy. What did he say? What did you all think of the Howie article? What? That he's not that you can't trust him?
That he's a snake? Shocker.
We've been trying to tell you. Not you, Todd. You understand. But, Thank you, Jesse. Appreciate you, sir. So it's a great show. Thanks, Nate, Ryan, Frank, Greg, and Ralph, and Tom. For me, Ryan Broda, for Tom Arnone, for Greg Milakovic, for Nate Moss, Money Pop Podcast, for Quez Watkins, Stan, Frank Vespi, and for maybe formerly Andre Dillard, Stan, Ralph Delavecchio. That's what I'm going to do. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to end the show like that. I'm going to end the show like that because it might be the last time we ever get a chance to play it. Ralphie, for all the fam, we love you. We appreciate you. We don't appreciate Andre Dillard, but we're just going to play you off with this.
In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room, and the endless that you fear.